How is everybody tonight? Thank you for joining us. I want to say hi to our early risers, Vosh Voyager, 8 Palms Digital, Lagreen Griffin, Shazangao, Shogun, Teal Meeple. So many people showing up early for the stream. Hi and thank you for the hype train right at the top of the show.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, hype train! I hear that locomotive's coming in through here, this here town.
That's a new technology.
It's steam powered, right?
That's right. But we see you, Prolip, Angel Devilson, Fallstar giving away subs. You all are so beautiful.
That's wild, man!
Subs.
Wow!
It's so good to see you all. Happy Wednesday. We're so happy to be here with all of you.
Mwah, mwah.
Mwah. We love you. As you can tell, we have had to put our main story on a slight pause at the moment. And by now, a lot of you probably know the reason why. Our beloved Jeff Kanata and his family received some life-altering news this week. It's out there what it is. It's regarding his young daughter and a rare type of genetic disorder. But a torrent of support has already flooded in, for which Jeff and all of us are so grateful. They are taking some time, as they should, while they figure out exactly what this means, while we, his friends and family, fans and members of this community all do our best to support in any way possible.
We love you, Jeff.
We love
you.
you.
If you ever watched it.
We all, Jeff included, value the show and this community to the highest degree. The show's 2-year anniversary is coming up on Saturday, April 24th. Mwah. And the connection we feel to each other, to the watchers, to this story and these characters is stronger now than it's ever been, we assure you. And we'll be getting to episode 82 soon enough, and we will keep you updated on any schedule changes. So watch the socials, watch this space here, and we have some fun things in store in the meantime, which leads us to tonight. Why we're all looking this way.
Now my finger guns make sense. I can do finger guns the whole time.
That's right.
I love how they're all like, what's Western? Bandanas, yeah.
I made a bolo tie. Well, actually, my wife made this bolo tie out of a D20 pin.
Oh.
So I'm
I
on
love how
brand.
it was like, what's Wild West? A wig.
Ron is
And
playing
spectacles.
his great
Yeah.
grandmother tonight.
Well, here's the thing. I can I could, this is lady, but I could also be, I could be a child who's learning something.
I
Right?
like
Oh my
that.
God.
Sir, help me,
So
I need some
versatile.
food.
So good.
And then if I want to grow up, excuse me, pardon me.
It all
I want
works.
to get real kind of risque with it. It's like, hello.
Oh, I love her. Let's keep her
Whoa.
around.
Feather
Turning
boa
up
for
the
sure.
temperature a
So
little
look, this is the kind of entertainment you're gonna get.
But so for those of you who are wondering what we're doing tonight, there is a game that we love here called Fiasco, brought to you by Bully Pulpit Games, who are fantastic. It is a role-playing game wherein we improvise basically a screenplay for a movie. Previously, you can find on our YouTube, we did a summer camp slasher.
Yeah, slasher horror. 1980
that
slasher
was
horror.
bananas.
That was wild.
Did not go well for my character.
It did
Or
go
really
well for my
anybody.
character, though. Surprisingly, I got to go to prom at the end.
Oh, the ladies did great. That's right. Spoiler.
The ladies always do great.
Yeah, the ladies always do great. It's true.
Sturge. Yes, two people.
And Sturge became a legend. And then a film noir version as well, which was incredible.
Yeah.
But tonight, we're taking it to the Old West.
To Boomtown.
That's right.
Yeehaw, boom!
Do we all need to crack our voices when we talk?
That's
Ah,
right.
Darn tootin'.
So what we're going to do here is we'll walk you through it as we all kind of just basically create characters and a story. And over the course of the next couple hours, we're going to come up with a Western.
I just had to Google old Western phrases real quick so I can keep these on standby. I got odds,
Sure.
stick, lamp, bastin, squinty, will die standing up.
All right.
Lots of good stuff.
Sure, why not?
gosh.
Keep those
Well-
over to the side, yeah.
We will say we try to keep these our normal PG-13.
Yeah, but you never know, because my
Yeah.
characters usually get whacked in one way or another.
it occasionally gets difficult with this game, but we wanted to let everybody know up top that we might be veering occasionally into some bluer territory, but we do try to keep it our family-friendly standards.
Yeah, Fiasco leans rated R.
It definitely
in
does.
the writing of the game. So
we try to drag it back to PG-13.
we try and drag it back, but I mean, if anyone who saw last time, working in my relationship right away was rated R.
Well, so let's bring it over to. I'm gonna show everybody if you haven't seen our Fiasco games before. We use this handy Fiasco dice website that keeps track of them. Sometimes in our first game we used a virtual tabletop, but this actually makes it a lot easier to just sort of place the die in each player's hand so you can see what everybody's hand looks like. So we will reset our die, and this is our die pool. This is how we determine what locations, objects, relationships we have, and as each scene resolves, we will decide whether or not the scene resolves well or poorly for that character who led the scene, and they will get the die to either give to somebody else in the first act or keep in the second act, and all of these die culminate in the aftermath in the end, which is sort of the epilogue of what happens to your character and whether or not that is good or bad.
That's right.
And in the middle of the game, there's something called the tilt, which is we'll take a short break, we'll come back, and the people with the highest die results, the two highest people with the highest die results, will choose two huge events that change the outcome of the rest of the story.
Basically.
The twist, yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Should we, since we vote each scene whether how things go, I feel like we should give chat a vote on every scene.
Oh.
Should they do gold balloons for a thumbs up, purple balloons for a thumbs down every scene?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
And we'll just honestly have to do it's like, well, if that's a lot of purple, then that means down. Gold means thumbs up. We'll just have to do it by sight, really. I
am seeing Nightbot is still set to interact with the game. Tonight we're not doing donations. That's been turned off.
Thank you for bringing that up.
We still appreciate the subs and the cheers. Those are amazing. Thank you.
Yes.
We love seeing your support. It means a lot to us. We have turned off the donations because we don't do potatoes or balloons in this game. That's just our normal Wednesday game. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
But you can always join our Patreon. Hey.
That's right. Patreon.com/thedungeonrun. Check it out.
Also, we should just clarify, you can do the chat balloons, but we're not doing the donation balloons. It's a slightly confusing what we just said.
You.
So
just like Bacon Chef Tommy.
Yeah.
Those chat balloons, yep.
Yeah.
The
You can do the chat balloons, but no donation.
They'll figure it out.
I'm just saying, I want people searching for websites.
That's right.
So the play set that we're playing tonight is called Boomtown. And I don't have it listed on here who wrote this. I don't think I have it.
It's in the core book, so I think it's the original creators.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is super fun. As you can see, there are relationships which we will work on right now with each other, needs, locations, objects, and that will set up all of our details for the game. So.
Great.
Shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. So
I'm just not gonna look at Ron the whole night.
You look at me, Morgan. I'm a human being.
You're beautiful. You're too beautiful.
I wish we had a full screen version of Ron. I wish I could have thought of that. Just Ron solo screen.
No, it's too powerful.
It would break all of Twitch.
And we don't want to.
I just want to know what the person who's never seen our show before who tunes in tonight
I know,
is
right?
Thinking. They're like,
I hear about this Dungeon Run show.
Who's the grandma dude with the glasses? What's going on with him?
The grandma dude with the glasses. He's a daguerreotype, so it's like he looks like an etching. Yeah.
So I think I reviewed the core rules, and I believe the first person to start is the person who's from the smallest town.
That would be Katie.
Yeah, I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
That'd be me. We grew up in a town population 350.
Yeah.
Miss Mackles.
350?
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought I was from a small town. Oh my
Wow.
god, not even close.
Katie's town had like a post office and maybe a grocery store, and that's it.
Yeah, we were a zero stoplight town.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Rental,
they put in a
like,
stop sign when I moved. Fun fact: they put in a stop sign, and that was a whole to do because it put a cop out of the job.
Oh my god.
You can't put the sign up.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't. But he was mean, so it's fine.
It's like,
Wow.
I
Poor-
knew this day would come.
I mean, he was a glorified crossing guard, which nothing wrong with that. It's just stop sign worked.
Poor
It's a
Barney
living.
Fife lost his
It's a
job.
living.
Okay,
All right,
so,
so we do this?
Katie, you're first, and we'll go. Let's
Okay.
just go clockwise to keep it easy.
So
Okay.
we assign
dice?
each other relationships to start.
And I believe we should have all the die on the table since this was a clean roll. Oh my
Nice.
god, do we not have any twos?
Oh
I'm
boy,
re-rolling
already.
this. I'm rolling this. We need a good array.
We gotta have
Roll
some
it a couple of
cousins.
times.
1,
Just
2,
get
3,
it.
4, 5, 6. Okay, this one has everything.
Okay.
So you can pick
Alright.
whatever you want for relationships.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna do work, and just because Jared and I are dressed alike, I'm gonna do ranch hands.
Well,
Nice.
so you
Ooh.
pick. I should have explained this.
Oh,
re-explained this to
I
everybody.
pick work.
Yeah. So
Okay.
first we pick the top
Right.
level category, and then as we go around for the
We've
second
done this
round-
multiple times. I just
No, I need to explain to the audience too. The first pick is the top category. Second, once the top category is chosen, then somebody else or you on your second turn can pick the subcategory.
Right.
And you choose the relationships for the people who are sitting right next to you. This is a really fun game to play at home too, so I highly encourage you to pick up the box set, which is a little easier than this, or download the PDF. So Katie,
Yay.
you've chosen
okay,
two. and
I
it's
chose
work.
2 for work.
Okay.
For you and Jared.
Yup.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
Great.
I
Assign
haven't
the
chose
work
this-
relationship to Jared, and
Yeah.
since they are together.
Great.
we're sitting next to each other
Okay.
Great.
virtually.
I'm making a full diagram this time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I did that last time. It was very helpful. I'm doing it again.
Yep. Keep.
Okay,
keep.
so I'm
So it's my turn, right?
Yes,
Great-
I'm moving
great
the
notes.
2 out of the pool, and I think that was our only 2.
Oh boy.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, what 2s are scarce?
Yeah,
All right.
We had a ton of twos the last time.
yeah, we
I
did.
know.
This is a 4 heavy game, but I think we're gonna re-roll because these will all get used up for this portion of the game.
Okay.
Okay, so I would like to use. I'll give Katie what she wants. I'll use one of the ones and make us ranch hands.
Oh,
Ranch
right.
hands. Okay.
finally, Jared gives me something I want.
Sick
It's
burns.
starting early tonight.
You know you love it.
We also
Okay.
have the romance, crime,
an
and
old married
community
couple.
categories on the next page.
Love it. Love it. Who's up? Is it me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now, I am going to take one of those 5s and give crime to me and Ron.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Crime. Got it. Okay, so Ron, you get to pick the next category or subcategory. We have everything except for 1s and 2s, I believe. Yes. Oh, can't hear you.
What?
Oh,
Okay,
there,
there you
you
are.
There you are.
There you go.
Sorry. So you said everything but 1s or 2s?
Yes.
All right. I am going to apply community,
Okay.
and I'm going to assign it to. Wait, I could only assign to either you or Morgan, right?
No, I think you can assign to anybody. It's just who
Anyone?
you have the relationships with.
I see.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I was unclear with that. Yeah. Yeah, you can assign the relationship to anybody. It's just that your relationships will be with the 2 people who are next to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to assign the community relationship between Jessica and Katie.
Okay.
Oh, very nice.
Community. So that was a 6.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
a 6.
That here. Okay. Community. Okay, so what do we got? Elected
Oh,
officials,
boy, okay.
society, church volunteers. Oh.
Oh my heavens.
Oh, is that we have a 3? I'm doing church volunteers. Or no, there's sheriff and deputy.
Yeah, do sheriff and deputy.
That's
Very
pretty
good.
fun.
Wait, she's pulling double duty as a ranch hand and a
Everyone's
deputy?
a ranch hand. That's how you.
And
Yeah,
anyone
true.
and anyone can get deputized.
No,
too,
I love
so-
it. I love it. I'm not. Please go. I love it.
I also
I
like
love-
church volunteers, though.
I love the town where Jessica and Katie are the sheriff and the deputy of the town.
I also like thieves. I want to put some crime in this story.
We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
crime. We just have
Crime. Ron
Whoa.
and Morgan have a crime relationship.
Right.
Mhm.
One of them is faith healer and client.
I don't know about that one.
I'm gonna put the past between Ron and I.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so we're not doing sheriff and deputy. We're doing.
No,
the
we're not
past.
doing sheriff and
Okay.
deputy.
But you can
Okay.
certainly choose that.
Right.
No, that's fine. Ron and Jessica, the past.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
The drama.
The past.
The past.
Okay.
So,
Back to
Katie's
you,
turn.
K-Jack. Or Katie, that's right.
Different K-Jack. K.
I'm not looking at the screen, and I should.
okay, Mike.
Okay, Mike. Okay. I am going to do. We have everything except ones and twos.
Correct.
Yes. We have 1 5 left.
Oh, I know what I'm choosing on my turn.
And it looks like everybody has a relationship except Jared and Morgan.
Right.
All right. So Jared and Morgan need one. Let's do. Freak. We don't have any ones.
I know. Well, the last die will be wild.
Wild.
But
True.
by
That's
then we'll be
true.
into needs and locations and objects.
And ones we have unlocked are work, the past, and community,
Yes.
Yeah.
basically,
And
And
crime.
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 Mhm.
and crime. Okay.
Well, the work already has ranch hands on it. We can do another work if you want.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do for Jared and Morgan. I'm gonna do thieves.
Thieves?
That's the past.
Jared and Morgan,
In
they-
crime.
they need a
That's
high category first.
Ron
Oh,
and
they
I.
have to have a. Okay.
Ron and I can be thieves.
Do you want to choose
Yeah.
crime for them too?
Okay, we already have crime for Ron and I.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
for
do.
We're gonna
I'll
have,
do Ron
because
and
we don't have
Morgan.
Ones or twos. We're gonna have repeats.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll do crime for Jared and Morgan as well.
Oh,
A lot
man.
of crime in this
Love
town.
it.
Loving the crime.
We need it.
Yep. Yep.
We
Sorry,
need
that
it?
took way
What?
too long.
We're
All right.
planning a heist.
Okay, that was our last 5.
Yeah, there's a lot of crime. Okay, so
We have a lot of
hmm.
4s.
Okay.
A lot of 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 4s.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That was a bad roll. I should have rerolled that.
Okay, I don't necessarily like 4s for any of
I
these.
know.
I think we should just change it. Let's just
No, that's not how this
let's
works.
do a,
Okay,
let's do a couple,
so
a couple
I'm
wild
gonna-
Why
ones.
even roll the dice?
Is there a
Shh, don't tell the
number is there a number 6 left? Is there a 6 left?
Yes, there's
Okay.
1, 2, 2 6s left.
I want to use a 6 to make Ron and Jessica's relationship bad family blood.
Ooh.
Oh.
So there's a
Bad family
there's a feud there.
blood. I love that.
That can be interpreted several ways. Is this kind of like a Hatfields and McCoys thing?
That's what I was thinking, but they can use it however they want.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'm down for it.
And family blood.
So Morgan, it's your go.
Right. All right. Let's see. Katie and Jared have ranch hands. Ron and Jessica have bad family blood. There's some 5s.
Yes, there is.
Uh,
Wait, no. Katie took the last 5. It's there's 3 3s and the rest are 6s and 4s, mostly 4s.
Okay. All
We have a
right.
question in chat. I'm so confused. I'm assuming they will summarize later. Yes. Right now we are building our characters, and then we will go over everything, give each other names, and then launch into the story.
Okay. Then. Yeah. I think I like the Ron and I as thieves, horse thieves.
For crime?
Thieves.
Okay.
Or let's just say thieves for now, and we'll feel it out. Yes, for Ron and I.
Okay.
Feel out what our crime is.
That's right. I don't want to pen us in too much.
Stealing a horse was a big deal back then.
Very true. Very true.
It still is. I just want to be clear, that still holds up today.
No, it's still
No,
not
just
great.
so everyone out there knows, you can steal horses
No big
now.
deal.
It's
Totally
completely
legal
legal.
in 2021.
Nothing bad will happen to you.
And that
You
was
certainly will not be persecuted in any way, shape, or form.
you and Morgan, or Morgan
That was
and Ron?
me and Ron. Yes.
Okay, horse thieves. Okay.
By the way, I can't be held legally responsible for anything I say during this show.
Just during the show, though?
or outside the show.
Only during the show.
I can't be legally held responsible for anything.
Doug in Texas says stealing a horse is still a big deal in Texas. So there you go.
Telling
A
you.
lot of things that are still big deals in Texas.
Okay, I just want to be clear again. Stealing a horse is a big deal anywhere.
No stealing
It will be
horses.
noticed.
It is.
I think that's what we're
It's a big
calling
deal
the movie
everywhere.
tonight.
So is
I'm
that
just getting into the
Jared or
thief
Morgan who just
mindset.
went?
I'm sorry.
I did. I
okay? Ron's turn.
Okay, so we've got 3s, 4s, and 6s left.
Yes.
And we need crime and community.
That's right. the community one.
Yes.
All right, well, since I gave you guys community and we've discussed it, let's go sheriff and deputy.
Yay!
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
That
We're
is
already
a-
at odds.
That is a 6. Okay. That was our last 6.
Okay.
So now we have
Only
all 4s
fours.
and 2 3s. So I'm gonna try to do a 4. Let's see. Jared and Morgan are crime.
Mm-hmm.
Faith
I-
healer and patient.
No, Ron and Morgan are crime. I got pegged as thief underneath crime with Morgan and myself.
Thief hadn't been decided.
No.
yet.
Yeah,
You're just
Crime
crime.
was assigned to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unfortunately, because we needed
That was, I thought I was
We
doing
went-
that, but then
Oh.
you needed a major
we went one
category.
level down too fast.
oh, I see. So I'm not a thief. I'm just committing crime right now.
Yes. Right now it's just crime.
Sorry. Missed that.
Generic crime.
So all
Like
we,
stealing a horse.
Am I
anyway.
a thief / faith healer?
all we have is faith healer and thief. And another
You can still be
type
a
of
faith
thief.
healer.
Yeah,
we
there's
could
many
be-
types
we
of
could be a
thieves. It is the Wild
trio of
West.
thieves. I'd like to diversify my thievery.
You know what?
Band of thieves.
You know what? We're just gonna do thieves. We're not gonna assign what kind of thief.
Okay. All right.
And,
Wow.
Yeah, Morgan's gonna be double
I'm-
thieving.
All thieving all the time.
His objective is clear.
Double thieving. Good title for the movie tonight.
But if you want to be a faith healer, you can go ahead and do that. It's
All
extra
right.
And
bonus
then we're
material.
all so everyone's a thief. But then
Double
one of the
thieving.
thieves is also a sheriff or a deputy,
That's
Dungeon
right.
Run presents.
which
Wait.
checks out. That actually checks out.
So I'm confused. What is my relationship with Morgan?
We are also thieves.
You're both
Okay.
thieves.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Okay, cool.
Yep.
It wasn't, but it just got assigned that.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Understandable why it's confusing. All right, so Katie, now we get into locations, needs, and objects. We just need one detail assigned to each relationship at least.
And we only have 4s. And
We have all 4s and 1 3.
oh my goodness.
This is
Oh.
ridiculous. I'm gonna show you guys.
To get respect.
Like, come on.
A lot of getting
Oh.
respect.
Everybody wants respect.
Location.
Everybody wants respect across the tracks.
That's a lot of 4s. That's more 4s than we had 2s the first time we played.
Wow,
this.
that is
No,
so many 4s.
Maybe we should maybe try, but that's so many 4s. It really feels like it's putting us in a corner here.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be interesting. That's for sure.
Okay.
It will be interesting.
Everyone wants to get respect.
I get it.
And from
Okay.
the sheriff for routing out our friends because we only have 4s.
That's pretty
That's
good.
the way we're going.
That's
actually
pretty good.
in line. Yeah.
I will give to get respect between Morgan and Ron for sure.
Okay.
Sure.
And Morgan and Ron to get respect.
Mhm.
Okay. Got it.
Mhm.
So I would like. We have all fours and a 3.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're in needs and
Well,
locations.
and the last die will be wild.
Right.
And objects? We're not there yet.
Information
You can
is
pick an object.
4s. Ooh,
Information is 4, which is
Ooh,
that's pretty good.
yeah.
Good.
A lady's diary.
So I'm gonna harp on the Ron, Jessica, the past, bad family blood, and I'm gonna put information as your item.
Okay.
Ooh.
Info. Okay.
So they've got bad family blood over some
Juicy goss.
juicy goss. I know anything. I know juicy.
Whoever wrote
Yeah,
this
you
needs to
did.
put in juicy goss now. It's no longer
Goss.
info, it's juicy goss.
Okay, Morgan.
Maybe that's
you're
your
up.
last name.
My
That's your
turn.
Gardener's last name.
More.
Juicy goss.
Why are you looking at me like that? Okay. I'm gonna give the town. One of the things in Across the Tracks is the town jail. So I'm going to give Jessica and Katie the location of Across the Tracks.
Mhm.
There you go.
Mhm.
Jessica and Katie across the tracks. Okay.
It's such a different strategy when you only have one number to work.
Yeah, seriously, we're making it work. Sometimes you get more creative when you give yourself more
Fences.
parameters. Yeah.
Limitation can definitely spawn creativity. Yep.
Okay,
Your
so
turn,
one
Ron.
More, one more 4 is put away.
Objects. Look, I love it so much. It's so good. I'm going to add to Morgan and I's. I'm going to give it to Morgan and our relationship to get respect from the sheriff by ratting out our friends.
Yay! I
Yep.
was hoping someone was gonna pick that.
Yep. Okay, cool.
To get respect from the sheriff by ratting out friends.
That's a need here.
Yes.
Okay. To get respect from sheriff.
From the sheriff.
Ratting out friends. Okay.
Okay.
Another 4.
By ratting out Jared, Teal Meeple, you were thinking the same thing.
Well, you knew it was gonna happen anyway.
I mean,
Come on.
I was already going. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, Katie and Jared need something, so
Yeah, we do.
they are ranch hands. They probably want to get respect too.
Who
Sure.
doesn't?
Across the tracks.
Who doesn't?
Objects, information.
Ranch hands,
ooh,
hear
information,
things.
though. I'm gonna do information. That feels good to me.
All right.
Okay.
Information.
I got information.
So that's one of our items is that we have info.
Yeah.
For Jessica
Specific
and, or I'm sorry,
info.
for Jared and Katie.
TBD.
Got it. All right. Well,
Katie.
what do we just have 4s left?
Yep. Well, but we have 1 3. We have
And a wild.
yeah. So technically, it would be 3 4s, 1 3, and 1 wild,
Okay.
Got it.
which will be up to me because I'm the last person.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do what Morgan wanted and give Jessica and I the town jail.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 4 town jail. Town jail, and so
You
it's
guys already
across.
had location?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that means across the tracks. That's so the jail is not in town, is what we're saying.
I mean, it's in sort of the rougher side of town, I think is what that means, and across the
The
tracks.
first
Like
one is
the decent part of town?
Right,
Across
right,
the tracks.
right.
There's no decent part of this town. It's all filled with criminals.
Hi.
We're essentially in the
We'll
Western
see about
version of
that.
Allswatch.
We're trying to maintain peace and order in this town. There's some good. There's a good side.
We're
of
just
tracks.
recreating
Rich criminals and poor
Oldswatch.
All right. So
Jared.
I got it. So there's
4
there's
3
items.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to do to get respect with Morgan and we need something.
Yeah, you do need.
I'm gonna have to use the last 3. I'm
Give us a
afraid.
weapon.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give us a weapon.
Ooh.
Awesome.
So Morgan and I have a weapon.
Great.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so back to me.
Wow, Western Russia. That's a good comment.
They should throw a vampire into the mix.
Oh.
I mean, not a bad idea.
little from dusk till dawn going on around here. All right.
Who's a
I feel like
vampire?
a werewolf would be more fitting here.
Well,
Okay.
if you have a vampire, there are werewolves. So.
Or were-coyote.
Kind of like. So I'm sorry. So we've got like a couple 4s left, and that's it, or 2.
Only 4s. Only 4s.
Only
Okay.
4s.
I like
all 4s all the time now.
on the Bad Family Blood for Ron and Jessica, a lady's diary.
I
Okay.
love that.
Oh.
Okay.
That maybe
Diary.
contains family secrets.
I love that. Okay. Ron, you got 4s. And it looks like Jared and Morgan need a specific, and Katie and Jared need a specific.
So my choices are.
You
Another
can pick-
lady's diary.
Information and crime.
You can pick the
I mean,
weapon.
Or you can go. Do we have? Or you can just go
Or not.
for another broad one. Just go somewhere else. I mean,
And did we use the wild? Sorry, did I miss that?
No, not yet. It's the last die.
Oh,
Hey,
right.
Jessica, do you guys have a location or a?
Yeah, we're
We're the town jail.
town jail.
Katie
Then
and
what's-
Jared need
okay.
specific information, and Morgan and Jared need a weapon.
Gotcha.
We also have a ladies' diary.
They also have a lady's diary. This diary is a hot commodity.
We both have the same diary. It's
I feel
a copy.
I feel like it's a copy of a diary. I'm gonna go with lady's diary. I
Good
like that.
call.
I like that a lot.
So
Wait, for real?
Yes.
so there's 2 ladies' diaries.
Yep.
Or
One
they're the
between,
same lady's diary.
one between Jessica and I, and one
Oh
between
my
Jared.
god.
Like when you roll this many 4s,
This is
you
what
get 2
happens.
ladies' diaries.
Yep. Okay, so the last thing we need is a weapon. And I can choose anything. Ooh.
I like the crate of dynamite, but you do you.
Yeah, dynamite sounds good, and the matched set of Colt revolvers because you guys are in
Just 2 of us.
crime
You mean
together.
Just the two
Oh,
of
well.
us.
You know
Ron's
what?
got props.
What? Oh,
Ron
amazing!
has yeah.
Ron has
Ron
an
has
old
a
prop
pistol.
gun.
That little smirk.
it's a prop gun instead.
I'm just waiting for him to be like, I also have a pile of dynamite.
Got that too.
I'm choosing dynamite because that is fun.
Yes, it's a crate of old dynamite, weeping nitroglycerin, so it's very volatile.
Look, you know what's good for a story? Give the bad guys a bomb. That's
Mm-hmm.
good for a story.
Wow.
Yeah,
Gonna
y'all,
Alrighty.
we do clearly have good guys and bad guys here.
We're gonna put the boom in Boomtown.
But the town and Boomtown.
Okay.
Gonna take
Is
the town.
Is that it?
I
Is
have
that
a
everything?
set and roll my die, and we do have it does appear we have a good array this time. I know I said that last time, but
Thank
this time
goodness.
it does look like we have a good array.
Nice.
And now we are
We gotta name each other.
naming our characters.
Right.
How did we do this last time? We named the person next to us?
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Names.
So
Which
Katie, do you wanna start? Are we going clockwise or counterclockwise?
We were doing clockwise, but it doesn't
So let's
matter.
do counterclockwise this time to switch it up.
Okay.
Who's going first?
I'll
go.
I can go.
Go ahead. Name Ron.
Okay, so I'm naming Ron.
Mhm.
Okay, we got bad family blood. Oh boy.
Mm.
And a lady.
Bosch Voyager says Cactus K-Jack.
And he's also in crime, but I don't know. I potentially don't know that. So, I'm gonna say his name
He
is.
could be a little old lady. I'm kidding.
I mean, Ron's
Oh,
dressed for
he
multiple
could be.
roles.
I'm kidding.
No, but what if? I need
Are
like a
you
gender
though?
neutral name. Well,
Old Sal.
Sal. Sal.
Old Sal.
Sal.
That's not net gender. That's at least gender neutral.
I was
Sal-
thinking
can be short for Sally.
Elijah was popping out at me.
Ooh, okay.
Elijah.
Gabriel.
Did you want?
Gabriel's very
Eli?
gender neutral.
Gabriel. I
Uh,
ain't never
you-
met a girl Gabriel. How about Nelly?
I like Nelly.
Nelly?
What's Nelly's last name though? Because
Oh,
there's a
this is-
family,
coming.
bad family.
This
Nelly
is good.
Cuuper.
Nelly
Nelly
Cuuper.
I'm part of the Cuuper clan.
Nelly
Yeah.
Cuuper.
Ooh.
That's right.
We don't know how this person identifies yet.
Outlaw
We'll find
Nelly
out.
Cuuper. All right, Nelly. What's my name? I am your.
Jedediah Crenshaw.
Oh my goodness.
Yes!
Jedediah. I thank you for that beautiful name, sir.
Jedediah Crenshaw.
Carson says Ron could be anyone from a person who lived in England in the 1800s to a little house on the prairie guest star.
I know.
He's a
He
versatile
is.
actor.
Ron is playing Louisa May Alcott.
Wait, what was Ron's last name?
Cooper.
Cooper.
Nelly Cuuper.
Cooper.
All right. Well, Jared will be playing.
Yeah.
Ernest Chanterelle.
Ernest.
Ernest Chanterelle.
Chanterelle.
I'm named
like
after a mushroom.
That's correct.
Oh my god, I love that. Ernest and Jedediah.
Yep.
Wow, we're already the worst. people
Chanterelle,
ever.
is that like French stock? You come from the French.
The only thing we've successfully stolen is a box of old dynamite. That's it. We've never stolen anything of value ever except for this old box of dynamite that someone probably forgot about. But we stole
He
it.
didn't even really steal it, you know? Someone just left it there.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so Katie, your name is going to be Dirty Gurty Diablo.
Oh, okay.
Dirty Gurty.
Dirty Gurty.
Diablo.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Is she the sheriff of the town?
Dirty
She doesn't have to be a good sheriff.
Most of
Dirty
them
Gurty.
weren't.
Dirty
Dirty
Gurty.
Gurty.
Oh my goodness.
Short for Gertrude or something.
I Crichton, is this a Hey Dude cosplay? I get that
Yes.
reference, I Crichton. That's excellent.
Yes, it is.
True Gert.
True Gert.
True Gert. We know, look, there is no winning in Fiasco, and yet Katie Michaels still wins
Yeah, we
every
already
time
know
we
the
play
episode
this
title.
game.
Hit the dark.
True Gert.
All
Okay,
right.
Katie, what's my name?
You're gonna be Pearl.
Pearl?
Pearl. Pearl Sticky Fingers Cooper.
Sticky finger. Where'd you hear that?
Well,
It's
Where'd
sticky
you hear that?
fingers.
That's a name I've been trying to get rid of for years now.
I'm just saying it's what people know you as,
I don't.
right?
Pearl,
Also-
Sticky Fingers, what was the last name?
Cooper.
Cooper.
Same
Same
as,
as
Also-
same as
Ron.
Nelly.
Oh, so they're possibly related?
We are. Well,
We
we
are
got
related.
bad
They have
blood.
bad family blood.
Oh, okay.
There's a
I just
rift
went
in
ahead.
that.
I just went ahead.
Marion.
I'm in assumption.
There's a rift in that Cooper clan that
Well,
goes
maybe the
back
rift is that they're not
decades.
related, and people keep claiming that they are related, but it's just the same last name.
I love it. They're both named Cooper, but they're not related. And they hate each other.
That's
That's
bad
why
blood.
they're
family blood.
That's why
and
the
we're
two
not
families
related.
hate each other.
Yeah, it's like who's the original Cooper? You know, like
Right.
That'd be hilarious. if we
Instead of the
named
McCoys and the
same
Hatfields,
thing.
it's the
It's the
Coopers
Coopers
versus the
versus the
Coopers.
I'm a
Cooper's
Cooper
man.
family. I know
I like it.
you live out on Horse Lane.
That's the
That's the
wrong
other
Cooper.
Cooper.
Bam.
We need to kill them Coopers. I'm tired of being mistook.
There's only room in this town for one family of Coopers.
It's not even a big town, and there's two families named Coopers. That would get confusing.
I
That
think,
would get confusing.
I think we have our
Coopers.
exposition. Let's just skip straight to Act 2.
Sold.
Okay, does
Amazing.
anybody have a great opener idea and want to start first, or should we just pick randomly?
I have an idea.
Yeah?
Okay.
You want to start?
Take it away.
Do it.
Okay. So, I'm just going to reiterate. About halfway through the scene with whoever Ron chooses, we will put a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whether or not we want this scene to end well or poorly for them. And then they will get that die. It'll be white or black, and they will give that die to anybody else at the table.
Do we want to summarize what we all have, just so everybody knows?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
really
yeah.
all that? Yeah.
Yeah.
My volume is low. Okay, let me turn it up. How about
I'll
that?
start because I'm Dirty Gurty Diablo. Jared and I are ranch hands together. Jessica and I are sheriff and deputy together. Who's who? We don't know yet.
I mean, sheriff don't pay that well. You need to work some extra on the side.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's a ranch hand a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And Jessica and I are at the town jail most of the time,
Mhm.
and Jared and I have a lady's diary that we share between us.
What? So who's the higher status, deputy or sheriff? Deputy?
No, the
No,
sheriff is
Sheriff's
highest.
highest. Okay.
Yeah, the sheriff can actually deputize other people.
That's right.
Ah,
The way
okay.
to remember is the Eric Clapton song.
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy.
Right, and that's okay because the deputy isn't the sheriff, and if I had shot the
Isn't
sheriff...
that Bob
then-
Marley?
Who did that? Was it Bob Marley or Eric
I
Clapton?
just know Eric Clapton. I just know it as Eric Clapton.
It's
Probably-
Bob Marley.
I think Marley was first.
All
Yeah, I
right,
don't know that.
next.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
That's why there's a Cuuper feud because we can't decide was it Bob Marley or Eric Clapton. I say it's Bob Marley.
That's what
It is
started
Bob
it all.
Marley. You're absolutely right.
All right, explain who you are, Jared.
I am Ernest Chanterelle, named after the mushroom. My family is come from a long line of mushroom farmers. I am a thief, although the only thing I've ever successfully stolen is a box of dynamite with my friend Jedediah Crenshaw.
That's right.
And I also happen to work on a farm or a ranch with my lovely Dirty Gurty Diablo friend, Katie Michaels.
Also known as Katie Michaels.
Also known as, yeah. Katie,
Katie Cuuper.
it's actually Dirty Gurty is playing Katie Michaels. in this.
That's right. Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? Jedediah Crenshaw here. I'm thieving all the time. That's, I don't know. My thieving partners, Ernest Chanterelle and Nelly Cuuper. And let's see.
Those are
Ernest.
terrible thieving names. Those are horrible thieving names.
Already, I'm like, you're the double thief.
That's right.
I do a lot of
Cringe.
thieving.
I do a lot of thieving. Sometimes I thieves horses. In some areas, thieving a horse ain't as bad as in other areas. I don't know if you know that.
I hear it's bad in Texas.
Yeah, just stay out of Texas. You can thieve horses all day if you want.
First order as sheriff is figuring out why some people think it's okay to steal a horse.
Oh my god. But I will say, my best score was when Ernst and I stole this old crate of dynamite. It's leaking out all over the place. I don't think that's good.
Leaking.
Yeah, that's what it says. It is leaking
It's
nitroglycerin.
weeping. It's weeping
Leaking
nitroglycerin.
nitroglycerin, which
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds like it might be
Nitroglycerin
lime
is one of
green.
the most unstable elements.
It
It's
is.
also
I hear
found
it's
in
an
heart
ingredient in
medication.
dynamite.
It's good for your heart.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Yeah.
My old ticker's gonna keep going a while with this crate here of dynamite.
Okay, you don't eating dynamite is not good for your heart. It's not.
Isn't that how that works? Please
I've
do
been
not
taking
take
bites
medical
out of these
advice
sticks of
from us.
dynamite every day.
Building up your tolerance.
We've already
how
learned you
Katie-
should not take legal advice from us. It's
Yeah.
also now you cannot take medical advice
Yeah.
from us.
I love how
Definitely
Katie
not.
has to put a disclaimer on anything that we
We
say
are
on
not
the show.
doctors or lawyers.
We are not lawyers.
Don't steal horses. Don't eat dynamite if you have a heart condition, or actually just in general.
Also, stay away from nitroglycerin.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron, who are you?
All right, I am Nelly Cuuper. I am a thief of high renown. I
Yes.
also demand respect, and I will be doing so. I'm looking for respect to the sheriff by ratting out my friends, apparently.
Oh.
And I also share a lady's diary and some bad family blood with that other Cooper that we shall not talk about.
Right.
Those Coopers.
Hi,
Can't trust a lot of them.
my name is Pearl. Just Pearl Cuuper. That's it. Disregard the bit about the sticky fingers. And I am the original of the original Coopers. And I share a job with my good friend Dirty Gurty Diablo over at the county jail. And I also got some bad blood with this other Coop. We call him Coops.
I just realized the reason why all we ever do in Jeff's game is come up with names and disguises
Is it
is
so much
because
fun?
we play Fiasco. That's it. That's the
Well, it's
reason.
kind of a chicken and egg situation.
It's literally half
Yeah.
the game.
True. True.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
All right, Ron, you feeling okay about opening?
Yeah, I think I feel okay about opening.
Okay, I think you opened our noir game too,
and it was
did
really
a beautiful
good.
job.
Yeah.
So please.
All right, so the image, if you will, starts out blurry, and it's hot, and you know it's hot because you can hear a snake rattle and some sizzling, and you get that optical illusional effect where there's heat rising, where things are distorted as the heat rises, and as the camera pans out, and you see a very large, clandestine Western. Typical Western with mountains in the background, as you see here behind me. Of course, in full color rather than in sepia. Vultures high in the sky, and a
Could
group
be
of
Fahima.
Vultures?
We don't know.
Triggered.
maybe Fahima, who knows?
Could be a wizard.
A group of individuals are all riding horseback through what looks like a canyon, being led by Nelly Cuuper. And as they ride through the canyon, standing in the middle of the way of the only path through the canyon is Ernest Chanterelle. Immediately, Nelly seems to recognize Ernest and says, "Hello, friend."
How you doing?
We're doing fine. You're not here to rob us, are you?
Rob you? Ernest slowly looks around like he's being played in some way. I thought we were. Oh, right. And then he quickly puts his finger into his jacket, so it looks like he's got a pistol pointed at him. Hold on.
Ah! Oh no!
Shoot. That's right. This is a stick-up, old-fashioned stick-up style. Give me all your money, whatever you got, and those nice pearl earrings you got on there too. I want them.
Oh, sure. Hey, everyone else you should totally give him everything. Here, take my pearl earrings.
I'm scared.
He opens up his sack and starts to walk forward and realizes that it's just him, and he's got the sack and then the gun, and then he doesn't quite know where to, and then he puts the fake gun back into his pocket, pretending like it's still there, and he's just holding the sack open and letting everybody dump their valuables into the sack.
Here's my
There doesn't
watch.
appear to be any in this group of individuals. There is no one who is rough and tumble. It's very clear. It's very clearly a group of individuals who are maybe even doing a little bit of touring of this little area. They're clearly very new to town.
Oh, dear me. Oh.
That's right. Just put it all in the sack.
As Nelly puts the
a big sack.
Nelly says, "Oh no! Quickly! It'll be fine. You can see they're big and rough and tumbly. And if you just give them what they want, they go away."
That's right. Just give us what I want, what we want, what I want, and no one will get hurt in this.
I am
stick-up.
sure the rest of his posse are in the mountains and cliffs above us. Oh look!
Yeah.
I just saw a rock tumble there.
That's right. They're up there with rifles and shotguns and pistols and a box of old dynamite. I swear.
Chat wants
They got
us to
that
end
heat
well.
on you.
Worst.
Chat wants us to end well for you.
So he ties up the sack and walks over to his horse and ties it off on the sack, pulls his hat down, readjusts his handkerchief, and spurs his horse and starts to ride off in the distance. But as he does that, one of the sacks undoes and drops to the ground behind him as he's riding off, and he doesn't notice it. And then as he's riding off, he slows and turns around and looks back at what's happening, and he locks eyes with
Nelly.
Nelly, and Nelly points down at the sack, and he actually slowly, awkwardly rides back, gets the sack, ties it back on, pulls up his fake little finger gun again, just to kind of scare him, and then gets back on his horse and finally rides off.
Oh, thank goodness. That was so disheartening. Shall we continue?
Okay.
and they ride further towards the direction.
Does this happen on a daily basis in these airports?
Is this part of the tour?
Anytime, and look, I'm just going to give you some good advice. Anytime anyone just randomly pulls you over and asks for money, just go ahead and give it to them. How to survive out here. I know it's fancy and new, but this is the West, baby.
Scene?
And scene.
Yes. Okay,
Oh.
Ron, you get a white die. Who would you like to give that to?
I am going to give that to Jared because well done, Jared. I put you on the spot.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
rose
yeah.
to the occasion. I love it.
Walked right into that. Okay,
All right,
cool.
beautiful. And I
So
am
we got a
keeping
white
track
die?
for you as well. If you
Thank
forget
you.
to grab one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. So
Are we going clockwise, or how are we doing this?
we can. Yeah, I can go
Okay,
next.
You ready to go?
Okay. Next, the scene opens on the sheriff sign. It is a wooden sign that is scratched in as best as somebody was able to with sheriff, just sheriff. And then it pans down
Sheriff, just sheriff.
into
Sheriff, just sheriff.
Actually, that's the name of the town. The name of the town is Just.
just.
I like it. I like it.
And this sheriff's building is clearly there's not a lot of money being put into this building. It's made out of some wood that has rotted away in parts. There's a couple broken window panes, but it's clean. And we pan into the main room here, and we see Pearl Sticky Fingers walking up and leaning over on Dirty Gurty Diablo's desk. Hey, you got a minute?
Oh yeah, I got a minute. I'm just trying to beat myself at solitaire and can't seem to get it done.
Oh, yeah, you've been working on that for a long time.
It's just there's so many cards, you know.
Yeah. Well, I heard if you lick your fingers and you get them sticky, it helps you shuffle better. Maybe
You know,
maybe it's about getting a good shuffle.
you're always trying to tell me what sticky fingers do for me. You know that. I'm
know,
just saying you use it as a reason for a lot of things.
she looks around. Gertie, I hate it when you say that out loud. I don't want people to remember that.
What I understand that, and you confided that in me, Pearl. But it's just that every day you come up with a new reason why it would be good to have sticky fingers. And I'm just saying, if you're trying to lose the name,
All right, just don't say,
maybe
just don't
you
say,
work.
Just don't say sticky fingers out loud.
Okay, but
Okay,
you're.
come here. Come in the back room with me. I gotta
what,
ask
in
you a
the back?
question. I gotta ask you a question.
But there's There's no one in here except that one guy turned himself in.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you! Keep it down. All right, I don't care about him.
He said
Okay.
he was too intoxicated and needed to be locked up for the night, and I obliged him.
All right. I've been thinking.
Good for you.
All right. Enough of this sass. This is
I was
serious.
being genuine.
This
Good
is
for
serious. This is serious time. Okay. Enough of the jokes and the japes. I've been thinking it's time to take down the Coops.
The Coops.
Yeah, the Cuuper. The other Coopers. You know, and I know that's not something that we like to talk about here in our place of business, but I've been thinking about it, and I know that you are a very capable woman, very good with weapons. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to do anything illegal, but
But you want me to stage a coup against one of the most prominent families in town.
I'm just I wouldn't say I would say maybe second most prominent
All right,
in
Pearl,
the town.
listen, I'm going to be frank with you. You know that's not true. They got double the amount of family members that you Coopers have, and that alone makes them more prominent.
Well, maybe more populous.
I'm not saying that I agree or that they're superior. I'm just saying they're more prominent.
Okay.
And if we're going to take this head on, we got to be realistic here.
This is what I was thinking. She leans over, gets closer to Dirty Gurty's face. I think we gotta find some dirt.
You're too close.
Sorry, my breath smells. I haven't got one of those toothbrushes yet, so I don't have nice breath like everybody else.
Freaking new technology.
Yeah. I don't know, but you got great teeth. You must have got one of those toothbrushes. You just naturally nice breath.
I just chew
Her
on some
name's Dirty
peppermint.
Gurty.
All right, no,
Anyway,
I'm listening.
dirt.
I know I'm hard on you, Pearl, but I do want to help.
no one else is as good as you are at sleuthing. So I think we should do some sleuthing. Take a look and maybe see what we can find.
All right.
Take down the reputation. No violence needed.
Listen, Pearl. I instilled you as deputy because I like your ambition. I like your guts. And I like the way you're always thinking creatively and outside the box of dynamite, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right? So I'm going to do this for you because there's nothing illegal about getting information.
Well, if you're a sheriff, it might be legal, because on account of, I think most anything you do as a sheriff is probably legal. Just gotta write a note.
I wrote the laws right here.
Yeah.
I just write them down on this pad and then it's legal.
Yeah, you just show them your badge in one hand, you show them the notepad in the other hand, it's legal.
Yeah. It's legal, yeah. I mean, I can make the law in the moment if I want to. So,
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to look into this other Cuuper family, which I say to you out of respect, and we'll see what we can do to maybe take them down a sibling or two.
So I think we got pretty much, I think we got more gold balloons than we got.
It was pretty even in chat, but the three of us all voted up.
Okay.
Thumbs up. The chat evened out pretty well, but yeah.
Okay, I think that scene resolved well.
Okay.
I'm gonna give my white die to Katie.
Oh, thank you.
Woo, doggy.
And who's next?
That's me.
That'd be Gertie.
All right. So it's later in the day, and we're at the local watering hole that most of the town folk frequent, not the tourists, not the uppity people.
Call it just drinks.
Just booze.
Just booze.
On the wall outside is a stickered and painted advertisement that says, "Russian, not just for hair. Get you one of them newfangled toothbrushes."
And the sun is kind of starting to set now. We're getting close to like magic hour. There's a slight breeze, warm breeze going through town, and Gertie is gonna walk into the saloon. And at this time, this is the hour when everyone in town's at the saloon. This is where all the characters are. And she's gonna walk in and sidle up to the bar next to what she doesn't notice at the time, but sitting there is Jared, what's your name?
Ernest Chanterelle.
Ernest Chanterelle.
Just remember mushrooms.
For some reason I didn't know that.
Old Ernest Mushroom.
Well, hey there, Ernest.
Hey, Gertie, how come you weren't out on the ranch today? Oh, were you working your other job?
Yeah, I had.
How do you do that? How are you the sheriff and or on a ranch hand at the same time?
Well, I just made a law about it. So what you do is I create my own hours, and so I just come in when I want there.
Oh.
I make sure to get that sheriffing done, and then I make sure stuff gets done on the ranch as well. You know.
Get that sheriffing done.
It's a small town.
Well, it must be nice to be making money from two different sources like that.
Well, ladies gotta eat.
It's true. It's real true. You mind if I order the first round?
I don't mind. Looks like you're already a couple rounds in. Long day?
I had a real good day.
Oh, you did?
Real good day. Oh yeah. I had a old, and then he washes over his face and he realizes who he's talking to. I had a
All right. Need some crackers? You look a little ill.
Well, it's just that I found some money. I mean, I came into some money.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I'm feeling so jovial.
You came into some money, did you?
Yeah. I had it old.
Where'd you come into it?
Out in the middle of the desert.
And sitting on the other side of Ernest is this really like low down character who's just like trying to clear his throat, like really.
I had an old
Are
friend.
you okay over there?
Yeah.
Everyone in this bar seems sick.
I'm fine.
Well, buy that man a drink too.
We're getting a lot of
that's a good
purple
idea.
balloons.
How about I'll just get everybody around? So
Yeah, why don't you
one-
buy everybody around with all that new money you found?
I will. That's what I just
Who is
suggested.
that over there?
Round of whiskeys and a round of beers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get the whiskey straight away. I apologize. I was just so interested in what all you was talking about.
Thank you, Nelly.
You're welcome. Here you go, one whiskey. I spit in it for you.
Nelly,
What?
you're charming, but your words still mean things. If you say them out loud, we know that you spit in this whiskey.
Well, I just want to be honest with you, Sheriff.
All right, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I want you to take this back, hold the spit, bring me a new one.
Oh, fine.
I'll
Nelly
take-
grabs
I'll-
the drink, drinks it down,
Ugh.
wipes it out, and pours another whiskey and slides it in front.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
That better, Sheriff?
Thank you. Yeah,
No,
that's
thank
perfect.
you, Diablo. I'm so glad you're here.
Are you? All
Why
right.
wouldn't I be?
Well, I don't know. I'll just checking in, I guess. Long
If you need
day.
anything else, I'm here.
All right. It's a 2-job brain, you know. It's hard.
Pearl walks in as all the characters are hanging out here at Just Drinks. Hey! She pulls her handkerchief to the side. Hey!
What?
This is your opportunity. Just saying, this is your opportunity to get some information.
I'm laying the groundwork.
Oh, am I intruding on the operation?
No, you can be here. I'm just saying. You can't just straight up ask for it.
I know, but if I'm here, that might be a bit suspicious. I'm gonna stand back.
I mean, you are holding me by my bandana.
Okay, I'm sorry. I like being close to your face.
Okay, you are very close. Honestly, though, did you get a toothbrush? Because your breath smells pretty good.
I didn't, but I will admit I made one out of a stick and a bit of a brush that I found on the ground.
Oh.
Because I saw the ad for the toothbrush and it's a bit expensive for my means
now-
at this time, but I'm hoping to be getting one soon.
Okay, Pearl, I'm going to tell you something. I'm real proud of your ingenuity right now, and I see nothing wrong with what you did. I love it. Okay?
Thank
I
you.
am pulling. Jedediah, who is sitting next to Ernest, has pulled Ernest. Has it occurred to you at all that you are talking to the sheriff of the town?
Well, yeah, but we're also work friends, so I figure I had to be polite.
Well, but polite friends is one thing. Saying I found a bunch of money today when there might be people saying that they were robbed earlier. I'm just
I was caught off guard.
all right. You look.
You know, I'll switch the subjects. Okay, I'll
Say
switch
less.
subjects.
Just say less.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, this needs to end poorly for Katie's character.
All right, so you're saying you found a bunch of money.
Yeah, actually, it was left to me by an old relative who passed.
Hey,
Yeah,
you say
Yeah.
no more.
yeah.
I just want you to be careful telling out loud the people that you found a lot of money, because you know what? People are going to get jealous of you and they're going to try to take it. All right,
That's
so
true.
I just want you to hold on to that. Not however you got it, you keep it.
That's true.
All
That's
right.
very true. That's a good
Hey.
point.
Yeah.
Hey, who said you could be in here? You get out of here, you stupid pooper pooper. You get out of here.
Hey, you can't tell me
go.
what to do.
Get out of here.
I'm a customer in this place of business, and she holds
I'm
out a
here,
gold
the
coin.
deputy. You get out of here.
Man,
You do not talk to deputy. That's right, I am a deputy. You may not talk. Sheriff?
Yes,
Yeah.
Sheriff.
Sheriff?
Sheriff.
2 more Coopers stand up in the back. Hey, that's right. She shouldn't be in here. Hey, you don't say that to her. And then punches that Cooper, and then all of a sudden,
Cooper!
The sheriff, she's gonna take her gun out, shoot the ceiling, but the gun ricochets off the chandelier and hits her back and
whoa!
takes herself out and is now on the ground. Not bad, but just in her arm and is pretty hurt and probably unconscious, hit her head.
Scene!
Yeah, that ended bad.
Perfect. Okay, so
Oh,
Katie.
I thought the out of control bar fight was going to be enough. Katie's like, nope, taking it to the next level.
That ain't bad for me.
Hey.
So
You're
you're
the
gonna.
sheriff. There's a bar fight. You have no control
That's true.
over this
That's
town. The Coopers are going to town on each
High
other.
stakes.
You get a black die. Who would you like to give that to?
I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna give it to Ron because he's spit my drink.
Okay.
All right, I got a black die now too. Great.
All right. So, okay.
Who did your die go to, Jessica? I think I lost that.
Katie.
Oh, okay. And that was a white die. Or no, that was a black die.
It was a white die.
Oh, it was a white die. Okay, great.
Jessica, are you keeping track of the die?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, so cut that scene, fade to black. Late that evening, the only person in town that has any form of like medical knowledge whatsoever happens to be Ernest Chanterelle. So he felt compelled to apply what basic knowledge of first aid he knows, which is essentially like giving her some snake oil and bandaging up her wounds so she doesn't bleed out, and giving her tons and tons of whiskey to numb the pain. But they're back in the town jail, and she's just now coming to. Dirty Gurty Diablo is just now coming to, and Ernest is. Yeah, Ernest is sweating profusely, and he's really worried that he's going to get caught now. But he also feels compelled to take care of Dirty Gurty, and she just starts to come to, and it's in the middle of the night. Hey,
Oh.
Gurty, are you feeling all right?
I shot myself again.
Yeah, you took a bullet right in the arm. I don't know why you always pull your gun out when there's a bar fight. Nobody had guns.
I know. I just feel it was my responsibility to get things in control.
Well, there's got to be a better way
I'ma
to
be
do it
honest
than
with you.
shoot your gun off.
To be fair, but did everybody calm down?
Well, after you shot yourself, everything kind of.
So I guess Dirty Gurty did it again. Should still be sheriff because she did her job.
Well, yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. There's probably more ways to deal with a situation like that, though. It doesn't matter. You know what?
The drunk man in the cell next to you says, "You never ask how stupid someone is, because they'll turn around and show you." And he goes back to sleep.
It's so true.
You should listen to Drunk Will. Every once in a while, he's got a moment where he has clarity, and it's these little pearls of wisdom, and it's changed my life.
Never slap him out and choose tobacco.
See, it's a good point.
He's got good points. I know. I told him he should write it down because it's like one of those philosopher minds.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows how to write, though.
I don't know either.
Anyways, the reason why I wanted to talk to you mano a mano is I found something that I think might help with all this Cuuper fight.
All
It goes
right.
way back. And I think if it came into light, it might illuminate the situation so the Cuupers aren't always feuding with one another. It's a diary. I got it as a part of the, when I was saying that thing about getting all the monies, well, there was some other items mixed in with that, and there was a little book, and it
Your
turns out
family left you a diary from the
it's a long
Coopers?
story. It doesn't matter. What matters
That's
is
amazing that they had that and they had the foresight to keep it and pass it along to you. That's a family that shows trust.
It is. Well, the Chanterelles, we go way back. I mean, way back.
Right.
All the way back. And anyways, so in this diary, it talks about how the Coopers and the Coopers might be related way back. You know how one of them spells their Cooper with 2 O's and the other one spells the one with a U?
Yeah. 2
Well,
U's.
Yeah, 2 U's. It turns out
You with an umlaut.
it turns out that they might actually have a long lost relatives that ties them together, and they spell their Cooper with an O and a U. That's the confusion. Yeah, a Cuuper.
So they're actually the Cuuper family?
Yeah.
None
And
of
I'm
them
just
are
thinking,
Cuuper?
if we bring this diary to light,
Listen to my arm. I can't
yeah,
let me
you
grab
might want to take it easy there.
this is important information.
That's what I'm saying.
If this gets out, they'll kill each other right there in the middle of the town. All right?
Why would they kill each other if they're
Because
family?
you all know that kind of feud isn't just going to end by us telling us, oh, actually, you're related, hug, and make up, and go to a family reunion.
Well, I tend to look at the whiskey glass as half full instead of half empty.
I know,
so
and
I
that's
thought,
why I like you, but have you met a Cooper? I know you have because they dominate this town quite
Right, I mean,
so
everyone
it's a
here, like
hard
half the
question.
town is
Guy
a
in
Cooper.
the jail next to him goes, I'm a Cuuper.
Double O or double U?
How dare you?
So honestly, I've been asking for months, and I still don't know.
Oh, Willie.
Right, so why do you think that's gonna blow the feud up even further?
Well, just based on how they talk to each other and how they act with each other.
Is this like when we have two bulls in the same pen
Yeah,
and neither of them is castrated? Is it like that?
it's just like that.
So even if those two bulls are related to one another, they're still gonna fight.
Yeah. Basically, what we're going to see is we're going to see a bunch of people that we thought weren't related, that are actually related, treat each other the same way.
So what am I supposed to do with this diary?
Well, it's good information. And I think that your part's in the right place, right? So, like, we got to tell them eventually, but it's just a matter of how we tell them.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
How would we do that?
Well,
Get them all together?
I think that's the most dangerous option, yeah.
Well, what if we just get one a Cuuper with the two O's and one Cuuper with the two U's together that kind of see eye to eye a little bit, and then we show them the book, and then they can take that info back to their families?
Just then, the door jingles open and in steps in a huff Nelly Cuuper. Sheriff! Oh!
Nelly?
Nelly sees Ernest and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you weren't alone. I got something awfully terrible I need to talk to you about, Sheriff.
All right, well,
should I
listen,
come
I'll be...
back, or...
Well, I can talk to you now. Just give me... Is it for my ears only?
Well, unless Ernest has been deputized recently, I think information related to law enforcement may be...
Can sheriffs do
compromised
that?
if
Can they
I-
just deputize people like that on the spot?
It's actually quite easy. I just have this book here, and I write it down, and then I can just make up
I've
the
always
rules,
wanted
but-
to be a deputy.
Me too.
All right, well, but the thing is, I gotta be careful because it's a slippery slope. Once I get a book full of deputies, everyone works for me, and I don't like having a lot of employees. So right now it's just me and Pearl. Okay, we got this under control.
All right, well then I'll leave. I'll give you some time with Nelly.
Do you
and
want to
then
leave the goods with me, or are you gonna hang on to that?
I will hang on to them goods, and then you come and find me when the time is right.
All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow morning at
And he actually says
Sunrise.
wink when he winks. And he
All right.
slips the book into his satchel.
That should be seen, and we'll pick up Ron and Katie's scene the next time they're up.
Great.
Cool.
So, Jared, you got a white die. Who do you want to give that to?
I keep digging the hole for poor Jedediah, so I'm gonna give Morgan a white die.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. Have we established who's the two O's Cooper and now who's the two U's Cooper?
Mm-mm.
No, okay. And we won't. We'll leave that a mystery. Okay, well, let's see. After the bar fight that ended in Dirty Gurty shooting herself, Jedediah Crenshaw is out in the street, just walking and spitting tobacco, that kind of thing. He grabbed himself a bottle in the middle of the melee and the craziness and just walked right out, as he'll often do. He's looking for opportunities, and he'll come across Pearl Sticky Fingers, who has been run out of the bar in a huff after the bar fight continued.
Them Coopers, they sure are something, eh?
No, they're trash. They're just crow bait, them.
Yeah, I tell you, this is a town of opportunities, but there's just, one too many Cuuper clans around here, if you ask me.
That is what I'm saying. That's what... Who are you?
Oh, my name's Jedediah Crenshaw.
I don't
Pleasure
think
to
we've
meet
had
you.
the pleasure to have made my acquaintance with you yet.
Well, you happen to know our fine sheriff, Miss Dirty Gurty, isn't that right?
That I do. She's a fine woman. Worked with her for many years. She deputized me just recently.
Oh, you don't say. Well, congratulations there. And
Thank you.
I'll offer some whiskey to you.
Oh, well, thanks.
Well, no problem, no problem. It's nice to know a fine civil servant such as yourself. Well, you all right there?
Smooth.
Yeah. Well, Nelly will spit in it sometimes to kind of smooth it out.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
But not. This is the straight.
I don't think she got any spit in that one.
But hey, I that's funny you say that you've been deputized. That's good to know. I like having friends in important places. I'm an aspiring businessman myself here in this town, with all kind of keeping my finger on different pulses of different things.
Yeah, you are speaking to the right woman if you're looking for connections in important places.
I could tell. I can tell that you ain't got you see the kind of what the other Coopers are bringing to this town, and how you really need to kind of straighten them out. Isn't that right?
That I do. What is that? A squeaking noise coming from the farm? Is that a pig? Is that the prize pig?
Yeah, I believe it's the prize pig.
Camera cuts to the brothel and cuts.
Less we talk about that one, the better. Let's just keep walking.
Yeah, we've got to. We just sort of need. It's easier to turn a blind eye to that kind of thing.
Well, listen. In my past life, I may have taken part in some less than savory activities, and I'm happy to know that you know the sheriff, because I might need to tell her some certain things about some certain people.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, listen, I think sometimes you have to get ahead by by stepping on some of the people that that are holding you back,
And how do you propose going about doing that?
Well, now, I preface this by saying that the people that I am looking to talk to our fair sheriff about aren't necessarily of the highest caliber.
Okay, we're talking criminals here.
That's correct.
Okay.
And I myself, a very reformed ex-criminal, ex-criminal. I am looking to live a better life, and So I'm happy to know that a friend such as you, who works with the sheriff, that possibly I may have some information to give her about some of the less than savory elements in this here town. Yeah.
You know what? I will give the sheriff your name. You sound like an interesting guy with a lot of information that we could use.
That's correct.
Now, write down here. She pulls out a miniature version of Gertie's notebook. Go ahead and write down your information here, and I'll get to her straight away.
I will, and I will write down my name.
She gives him a very suspicious
I give it a second
look.
thought for a moment.
Up and down.
No, okay, all right. Jedediah Crenshaw. And if she asks, tell your sheriff to look into theft of a box of dynamite a couple years back.
Okay.
Just put that bug in your ear.
Does that got anything to do with the Coopers? The other Coopers?
It could. I believe it was stolen from. It went missing from one of the other Cooper's farms.
Okay.
And it's been missing ever since.
All right.
That might interest your sheriff.
Well, we'll see. we'll see if I pass this information along. Given that there is criminal dealings here, I think that it is likely. But just I'll let you know. And she kind of
Excellent.
gives this like overly confident kind of look at him. Okay, okay. She walks away.
And I head back. Jedediah heads back in the direction of Nelly Cooper's bar. But yes.
See.
And the faint sound of squeaking is still heard.
Went great.
Yeah, I need
Went
to. The squeaky toys are my puppy's favorite toys right now.
So
Aw.
you get a black die, Morgan. Who's getting a black
Yes.
die?
I am gonna give the black die to Nelly. Gonna give Ron 2 black die.
Oh, Nelly.
All right.
Scandal.
Okay, second round of the first act.
Do.
Oh, I got a lot of plate spinning. Okay.
Yep.
You what?
My turn, right? It's
We
my-
got a lot of plate
Yep.
spinning. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
Uh-huh.
Ron.
So the camera cuts back to inside just as Ernest is leaving the sheriff's office. And Nelly sits down at the sheriff's desk.
All right.
I'm sorry to interrupt you so late, Sheriff. I don't know. I struggled with this all day. I thought about coming to you right afterwards, but as you know, you recently deputized my very public arch nemesis,
Yes.
the fake Cuuper.
Well, okay. I won't get into that quite yet.
I do not know what you mean, madam.
What? Nelly, why are you here?
Well, I've got some unfortunate.
I'm going to try and take notes, but I unfortunately shot my dominant arm, so.
Well, I do know how to read and write. Would you like me to do it for you, Sheriff?
You do?
Yes. All Coopers are trained to read and write.
Alright. Well, I'll just listen and yeah, if I need some notes, I'll have you do it for me then.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, right before you came into the bar, Ernest was a bit in deep in his cups, and I believe he revealed the source of the thefts that I believe you may have heard about from some of our poor, unfortunate newcomers.
Yep.
Well, man,
Clearly, there's letters that come across where it's like the sheriff has no idea that people had been robbed earlier that day.
well, if you hadn't heard,
Tragedy what happened to that
Sheriff, if
family.
you hadn't heard, some of the newcomers to town were robbed on the way in.
I know.
And they described a man, and that man happened to be and look exactly like Ernest.
Ernest?
Now, I don't know.
Okay, but why would he rob someone? He just came
I don't
into
know.
some money.
I'm not accusing him. I'm not accusing him at all. I don't know if it's true or not. I felt like it was my duty. They were afraid to come to you. And so I felt it was my duty to tell you that these individuals were identifying Ernest as a thief and a robber. In fact, one lady told me that she lost a diary
All right.
and she was looking for it. Now, I can get you in contact with her, but she's fairly hard to find. If you'd like it, if you do happen to find this diary, please do let me know.
All right. And who told you all this? This young...
A couple of the newcomers to town. I can, if you'd like to come by the bar later in the morning, I'm sure we can find one or two.
I'd love to be introduced to these newcomers.
I'll talk to them and make sure.
I already got the whole story, but I just want to follow up on some questions I may have on account of my non-dominant hand being the one taking notes
Yes,
and all.
ma'am. Yes, and I don't know if you understand the sensitivity of the situation. With your name being Sheriff Diablo, individuals are a bit hesitant to be honest and truthful with you, ma'am. And I just wanted you to know perceptions in town and whatnot. Now, I don't want to offend. You know, my family was very, very important in making sure that you were elected sheriff recently. So I want to make sure that everything is working out okay and that you're happy with your job, ma'am.
I'm happy with my job. I'm used to people not trusting me because people tend to be intimidated by a strong woman who knows how to handle a gun most of the time.
Absolutely.
So,
especially
Flashback
when
to
their
her
name-
shooting herself in the bar fight.
Especially when their name is Diablo.
Right. Nelly,
Yes, ma'am.
can I ask you a question and you promise not to fly off the handle?
Well, I mean, I will do my best to stay appropriate and not cause a scene, madam. I don't want to wake your sleeping friend there.
No. It's hard to wake him.
And you generally, you ain't learning nothing if your mouth's ajar. And he,
Honestly, I'm gonna write that one down because that's actually
really?
one of the better
clearly
ones.
very wise.
All right. Listen, Nelly. Why? And I'm saying this because I want to know. Do you dislike the other Coopers?
The best way I can put this to you, Sheriff, that you would understand. If another person, say myself, were to make themselves sheriff and walk around with a gun and a badge, walk in their homes, pretend to be sheriff, call myself sheriff, treat everybody like I'm sheriff, would you be upset?
Well, yes, but there is like literally only one sheriff.
And that's exactly what's the truth about Coopers.
Okay.
There's only one Cuuper family. And there may be more than one right now, but it's just a matter of time.
Ooh,
Alright.
fade to black right there. I like that.
Scene.
I think most people voted that up. And yes,
Yeah,
chat,
that's-
by the way, gold balloons means the scene is going well or is going to go well for that character.
Mhm.
And the purple balloons means it's thumbs down. It's not going to go well for that character.
Nelly is like a Game of Thrones character.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
She's a Littlefinger.
That's right.
So
Gotta-
Ron, who do you want to
You're
give that
giving
die
away a lot of
to?
white die.
I will give
Where?
my white die to Ernest, since
Thank you.
Nelly threw him under the bus.
He's gonna need it.
Okay, and Morgan, you said Jedediah was headed where?
Back to Nelly's bar.
Okay.
Saloon.
The saloon.
Okay.
Just booze.
So
just
as Jedediah turns his back and walks towards Nelly's, Pearl peeks back over her shoulder, looks around, and starts to follow him as furtively as she can. She follows him all the way into the saloon, and he sits down with a group of ruffians, people who don't look like they are of the upper crust of the town. They look like they're from the wrong side of the tracks, which also happens to be where the jail is, but it's also where the bad people live. And he is explaining to them how to steal a horse.
Well, you see, my grandpappy done told me how to steal my first. Listen now, you can't just go out and grab anything with four legs and a mane on it and say like, "This is my horse now." No. Like you gotta find the right horses. You gotta find the right normally if they're pre-trained, then they're not gonna freak out when you jump on and you ride off into the sunset, because then you want to let someone else do most of the hard work for you. That's really what you want to. You understand what I'm talking about, don't you, Lewis? Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You sound like Wise Willie. He's in the drunk tank.
Oh, is Wise Willie in the drunk tank again? No, I mean we gotta get him out of there. Yeah, but he does get wiser the more he drinks. But anyway, with the right horses, you just kind of catch one the right. You kind of look them right in the eye and you let them know, I'm your new master. Understand? You and I are gonna do things, and then. And then the hard work's done. Then you just kind of you wait for your moment. You wait for that right moment when someone's not there. Then you just ride off. There's no way.
Cut to Jedediah as like a young boy getting on a pony for the first time, and the pony immediately bucks him off and rides off with him.
But you got to let them know you're the boss. You can't let those horses boss you around. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so that fades out, and Pearl scurries her way out of the saloon and over to the deputy's office. Gertie, you here? Gertie?
Dirty,
Yeah,
dirty,
I'm
dirty.
here.
Hi.
Trying to play solitaire with one hand.
Did you try the thing that I told you about that I'm not gonna mention again, so you don't say the name out loud?
Oh yeah.
Licking thing.
These fingers have been licked.
Okay, and it's not helping.
It helped. No, it did help.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
thank
that's
you for that.
good.
I appreciate it.
Happy to help. So, do you know of a Mr. Jedediah Cranshaw?
Jedediah Crenshaw.
He approached
I-
me today.
I've seen that name somewhere.
Yeah, he's saying he has some information he needs to tell you, but I you'd be proud of me, Gertie. He has a suspicious smell about him. The way he was talking to me, I knew he was into some crimes, and I followed him. I did my own sleuthing. That's right.
You went all stealthy on me.
Yeah, I went solo. And I followed
Pearl,
him into the
I knew
saloon.
you were ready. I knew you were ready.
Thank you.
I picked you.
Thank you.
Makes me so happy to see you succeed.
Oh, God, it's so sweaty all over. My back is dripping. Do you want to feel it? No, you don't.
I
You
do.
don't.
I do.
Oh, you do want to feel it?
Do. Honestly,
Here,
I'm excited. about it.
that is how
Okay.
nervous I was, but I still did it. And listen, she holds up her
relationship. Fascinating.
she holds up her mini notebook.
Just like I taught you.
He said he was teaching his friends, and this is gonna be hard to hear because I know it's one of your biggest pet peeves. He was teaching his friends how to steal.
Don't you say it.
How
Don't you dare say it.
to steal a
Pearl,
horse.
I swear to God, no.
That's right. My
A horse?
intuition was spot on.
We all got pieces of crazy in us. Some pieces are bigger than others.
I've heard that
he said that
name.
one. He said that one before. You said that one before.
Yeah, I got that
It's
one.
not all original.
Sometimes Willie's got to play the hits.
All right, Pearl, you listen to me right here, all right? You are in a prime sleuthing position, okay? Because you have earned this hooligan's trust, all right? So I want you to dig deeper, all right? Lick your fingers, if you will. Get that information.
I don't think I could bring myself to do the licking the fingers part, but
Oh, it's a metaphor, Pearl. You don't have to.
okay.
Just do it. If you want, you can. Just
Is this scene gonna end well or poorly for me?
I think chat's been pretty even.
Chat was saying a lot of purple balloons in the beginning, but
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
still
think
pretty purple.
I think
for
they were
chat.
saying that for Nelly. I don't think they realized this is actually Jessica's
They were saying it
scene.
for me. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's.
That's what I meant. Yeah, for Morgan.
Yeah.
Uh,
For Jedediah.
Oh, I'm seeing some thumbs up. Okay.
yeah.
okay.
I'll say it's look. Thus far, it seems like it's going well. So I'll give it a thumbs up.
Okay.
All right.
So this is what I think we need to do. We need to bring him in. Now that I got his good side, now that I have his respect, he said that I'm very respectable. I'm an important person in town that he'd like to know. And I bring him in, and you talk to him, and you get this information. And we kill two birds with one stone. Could be good information for me.
That's a good one. I remember that one.
By the way, did you find anything? Did you find anything out today after I? Oh no, you got shot. You didn't.
Well, technically, I got shot. I shot myself.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we want the narrative on that to be that I got shot. Just
Yeah.
like
That's what people.
in
That's
the
what people are saying.
area.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what people are
Up to
saying.
the saloon, people are laughing at the sheriff shooting herself. Go back.
Okay.
No, everybody's saying you
good.
got shot.
Okay, no
yeah.
one saw it. They thought it was another
No, it
one.
was just a ricochet. Someone shot. No one.
Right.
Just no. There's
The
blood.
bar fight.
Cut to a kid in junior high reading a history book, and it says most shot sheriff ever, and it has a picture of Dirty Gurty Diablo, and then it says the number of times she's been shot by herself, and the number of
Self-shot.
times she's been shot by someone else,
Self-inflicted.
and then cut back to Dirty Gurty.
Pearl, you're in a prime position, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank
all right? You're gonna gather this information. I'm gonna keep working on the Cuuper situation, and I just want to float this little idea out there for you. If there was to be a resolve between the Cuuper families, would you be amicable to such a idea?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
If there was to be a coming to understand each other between the Coopers and the Coopers.
You mean my Coopers and my own Coopers?
No, I'm sorry.
Because we don't have a feud.
No, let me just say it one more time. Okay, so there's the Coopers, and then there's the Coopers.
There's the Coopers.
Okay, sorry. There's the Coopers, and then there's the Coopers.
Yeah.
It's a very subtle pronunciation difference.
And if let's say the Coopers were to decide, actually, the Coopers aren't that bad. Let's be friends, and we all just can be the Coopers. Then, would you be open to just being the Coopers and not the Coopers and the Coopers, but just the Coopers?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am, on account of this feud goes back generations. I would not disgrace the bones of my grandmother by ever becoming friends with a Cuuper.
All right. I'm just going to ask you one more follow-up question. Do you know why it is you don't like the Coopers?
Because there's only one Cuuper in town.
All right. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
See.
That did not go well. That did not go well.
I don't think that ended well.
Okay, I get a black die.
That was is it the Coopers and the Cuupers? It's turned into a liquid U situation.
It's the Coopers and the Coopers.
And you're pronouncing it Kyuupers. The Coopers.
Nobody knows how to spell it.
I am going to give this to Morgan for joyfully jumping on that monologue that I threw him to.
That was amazing.
Horse thievery is a passion of mine.
All right. So at this point,
So I have one white, one black now, I believe. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Is that by my? Okay, great.
The town is all a bustle with secrets. Everyone is trying to get information from someone and doesn't want someone else to know. And that's apparent in this next little bit of exchange. So we were...
Insert montage of Coopers talking to Chanterelles and
basically it's like the saloon. So Gertie goes into the saloon, and just before she's gotten there, Jedediah has left. Just like moments before, she comes in looking for him. He's not there. Nelly's at the bar serving, and we go to speak, but as we go to start talking, one of the other Coopers sits down at the bar and they get in a fight. And this kind of goes on for a while. Everyone's trying to figure out what's going on with the other person all over town. And then eventually Pearl is in a back alley, comes around the corner in a hurry, and Ernest comes around the other corner in a hurry and bump into each other, and the diary falls onto the ground. And they have kind of a standoff moment. Pearl doesn't necessarily know what it is.
Sorry.
You dropped this, and she's gonna reach down and pick it up.
No, wait.
What's? And is there anything written on the cover of this? Have we established that yet?
Diary.
Cuuper in a completely different way.
Is it? We did establish that?
We haven't established that.
No, we haven't established anything, but
we don't know what's on the cover. We know what's inside, but we don't know what's on the actual cover.
Got it.
Right. But should we raise the stakes and say it's? I mean,
this.
I think it'd be hilarious if it's like great diary of Grandma Cuuper, and then it's spelled Coupr, and then it's crossed out, and then spelled Coopr.
This.
Er.
That's funny. That's a misspelling of the name. And she flips it open. What? Where did you get this?
I found it in the middle of the desert with some friends of mine. We often go out into the middle of the desert and just look around and see if we can't find treasure.
Okay. Well, this seems to be someone's private property.
Yeah, I've been trying to return it. That's what I was. That's why I was talking to the sheriff earlier.
You talked to the sheriff? You talked to the sheriff about this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What if you talk to the sheriff about it?
Yeah. It's no
okay.
big deal.
Yeah. She happily hands it back to him. You know what? If you talk to Gertie about it, it's all good.
That's great. Hey, I was wondering. This may sound kind of strange, but what are you doing tomorrow evening? You got any plans?
No, I mean, well, I was just from my back porch. I can kind of see the horse pull that goes on every Friday, and I was just it's really far away, but I was just gonna watch him go from my porch. But no, I don't have any plans. Why?
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind meeting me. I got something I want to show you, but I don't want to do it here. It's real important.
Does this have anything to do with me being a very important person in town?
Yes, it has everything to do with that.
Because there's been a couple of people, quite a few people coming up to me and saying that I'm a very important person in town. They got stuff to tell me, so it's just
you're easily
deputy.
one of the most important Coopers in this town.
Oh.
Everybody knows that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm free. I can meet you. Yeah.
Great. Why don't you meet me by that old burnout church?
Oh. Okay. Yeah, as soon as the sun goes down?
Sure.
Under the cover of night?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
It's been swell talking to you.
What's your name?
Oh, you can call me Mr. Chanterelle.
Mr. Chanterelle.
Yeah.
Well, that's lovely. I am a mushroom fan myself. And keep a good eye on that book there. That looks important.
Oh, it is. It is for sure. It's big news.
Just then you hear the horse pull starting to get all riled up. The town starting to come into the square, so people are going to start walking by this alley where you two are standing off next to each other.
Okay. She tips her hat. Well, I'll see you later.
Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See.
Okay.
Did that end well or poorly? I don't know.
Well, we don't know. It's not done yet.
Yeah.
Remains to be seen, I think.
But
Yes.
it was poorly was the vote, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So black
Whose
die.
scene was that?
Katie's
though? That
scene.
was the sheriff's.
It was
scene.
mine, so I could have.
It went
get-
poorly for the sheriff.
Who do you want to give this to?
I'll give the black die to who needs one.
I
Sticky
need one.
Fingers doesn't have any dice.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'll give it to you.
Black die.
You gave
for
that diary back. You get
Pearl.
that black die.
Okay.
Okay.
This is so stupid. He's so stupid.
I got it.
None of us are real bright in this one.
I got it worked out.
Excuse me.
So
Nelly will love it.
cut to it's early that next morning. So it's not quite nighttime. Obviously, it's early that next morning. And in the back room, you see a couple. We'll call them, rough types. And Ernie Chanterelle and Jedediah Crenshaw and Nelly Cuuper all huddled around a round table in a back room. And as soon as Nelly walks, because Nelly's kind of like furnishing the food and the drinks and what have you, as soon as she walks back to the front bar, so she's not in the back room anymore, Chanterelle, Ernie, leans over to Jedediah. I got a big score. I got a great idea.
Really?
We can rob both the Cuuper families while they feud with each other in the middle of the street. And I got the lit match right here.
Wait,
And he
no,
holds up
are you? Don't. You know, there's a dynamite around. Do not hold lit matches. Or are you being metaphorical? I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for this muddy diary I
You're
found.
making me real nervous. All right, I'm sorry.
Why do you
Meanwhile, a
always
lot of the Coopers have hit the ground and are.
It's all right. It was a metaphor. It was a metaphor.
No, the two burly guys.
Metaphor!
The two burly guys that are in the back room with us are hired guns.
He's just kidding.
For our guns.
They had hit the ground.
Yeah.
He's just kidding. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Why do you always bring that box of dynamite with you everywhere you go?
Well, I just can't.
Do you know
I
how
just don't wanna
dangerous
leave
that
it.
is?
Yeah, because like some kid could pick it up, or like some horse, and then you just hear a boom in the distance. You're like, well, there it went.
Well,
No,
better
I mean,
them than us,
no,
right?
but
Now
sometimes
he
you gotta
returns from
keep.
the front room with a tray of what looks like cheese, crackers, and meats, and she puts it on the
That's a
table.
delicious looking charcuterie there, Nelly. Thank you so much.
We're
Thank
gonna be
you, Nelly.
thieves. We're gonna be well fed and taken care of. Okay?
We really do appreciate it. Now,
That's it.
listen. Sometimes you gotta keep your volatile chemicals close.
I wanted to talk to you about that.
All right. Well, hang on,
Now-
hang on, Nelly, hang on.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, our friend here, Ernest, was about to tell us about a big score he's got, probably bigger than robbing tourists. I hope.
Well, Nelly doesn't.
Oh, right. No, I'm
Nelly
sorry.
doesn't need to know
Tell
anything
us
about.
this score.
Oh, it's nothing. It has nothing to do with. And he just stares like daggers over at Jedediah because he literally just said he's gonna throw the two Coopers against each other.
Right,
This is a
right.
Cooper. Yeah,
Literally,
no.
like
Well, let me
ears
put it out
turning
there
for
for you.
Jedediah. There's like the math memes going on. It was like,
Let me put this out there for you. I might have overheard that you wanted to throw the Cuuper families under each other, and I happen to think it's a very good idea.
You do.
Who do you think wrote that diary?
That makes so much sense. I was like, who's going to give me a diary when I'm robbing them out in the middle of the desert? That makes so much more sense. I thought for sure this was just, dumb luck. But now with you and oh, gosh, darn.
I feel like we got all the puzzle pieces here, but I can't quite figure out what the picture is.
Well, why don't we let her explain it?
All right.
And he looks up at Nelly like a little boy would look up to a school teacher.
I'd more than love to tell you what my plans are, but as you have taught me, Ernest, I need to play my cards close to the chest, because there appear to be a couple of sticky fingers in the world.
You quickly cut back to the sheriff at her office playing solitaire with just cards all over the place.
They're like stuck to
Yeah,
her.
stuck everywhere.
Now I've got an idea, and I think we all can come out a little bit richer.
All right.
We gotta
Okay.
play the game a little bit longer.
Which
Oh,
game are
that's-
you talking about in
Without
this?
your dynamite.
Oh,
All right.
we
Rings
actually
around
gonna
all the
use.
time. It seems to be weeping. I don't know if you know about that.
I mean, you said sticky fingers. I thought you were talking about me because once the nitroglycerin, it's actually pretty good for the skin. My hands are very soft, but
Oh my god.
but it does weep. It does
It
leak
does.
on your clothes.
Now, I'd be more than happy to take it off your hands for, let's say, 33% of the share of what we're going to pull from these Coopers.
Wait, so you're gonna buy the dynamite off of us, and you're gonna give us 66%, 67%
With some
of the robbing the
Put it to you
Coopers?
this way. I'm going to give you a lot of money, but I need your dynamite to get a lot of money.
All right.
Oh, you can have the dynamite. We don't know.
Well,
what
hang
we were
on,
gonna do with
hang
it.
on. No, this dynamite here is very valuable.
Well, yeah, but we've had it for 2 years and we haven't done nothing with it.
Because
I know the dentist would buy it off you if you want another person to sell it to. The dentist will definitely use it.
for what?
Medical purposes? Apparently it's good for the heart. I don't know. I'm not a Dennis, go
Remind me not to get my teeth done by that guy.
There's a reason why I did first aid on the sheriff. The dentist is a hack. I mean, he will cut you up left or right. You ain't walking out of there with your teeth, let me tell you.
All right, so you need
Dennis, the chiropractors of the Wild West.
You need our extremely volatile dynamite in order to take advantage of a score that will set the Coopers against each other in a real like Yo Jimbo kind of situation.
I don't know the reference, but yes.
I'm game. That sounds like a great idea.
Scene.
Yo
Okay.
Jimbo was what for a few dollars more was originally based on. It's a Japanese story. Sorry.
Yeah. Most
a
westerns are
samurai
based off
movie.
of samurai flicks.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
Okay.
So
We are.
that supposedly was supposed to go poorly for me, but I feel like it went really well.
I don't know.
I don't know. That might have gone poorly for you.
In Ernest's mind, that went spectacular.
Yeah,
For sure.
Right.
that's
Yeah.
okay. But
Plot wise, I think it went bad for your character.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
I got a
you-
black dice I got to give away.
Mhm.
That's got to go to Nelly. Nelly's got
three black
the
dice.
criminal
Yeah.
mastermind here.
I think that feels right.
All right. That's me then.
All right, so you're the last scene of the first act, and then we will take a quick break, come back, tilt Act 2.
Tilt it up.
All right. Okay. I think hours have gone by after there's been much kind of conniving and figuring out and plans for dynamite, and Jedediah kind of claps Ernest on his back and sends him off. You know, like yeah, we're plan's gonna be best plan ever.
I'll get all the Coopers together at that old burned out church. All I got to do is say the word to Miss Cuuper.
Oh, right. To Pearl.
Sticky fingers.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a very well-renowned person. I met her in the street the other night. She's great. So yeah.
Yeah.
You go do that.
Right. So I'll tell her
that,
to bring
Ernest.
all the other Coopers to the burned out church. tonight.
Fantastic. That doesn't sound suspicious in the slightest. You do that.
Okay.
And I turn back around and like let the door swing shut, and I just look at Nelly and go, I gotta hand it to you, Nelly. You always impress me. I think both you and I know that Mr. Mushroom back there ain't really worth the two sticks of dynamite rubbing together. That's not really a thing, but you know what I'm saying.
You've been rubbing those dynamite sticks together, have you?
I've been trying to figure out a use for them. We've had them for 2 years, and I can't quite figure it out. But that's neither here nor there. Listen, you want to split it three ways. I think we can split this 50-50 because
I'm listening.
I think we need a whole lot less fun guys around here. You know what I'm trying to say?
Shoot your mushroom.
I had to do it.
That's a permanent thumbs down for me.
And I mean, you saw him when he was running that score, trying to hold you up. He's-
Honestly, I'm surprised we didn't get caught by any of those tourists, but good things that newcomers seem to be real dumb.
And this might sound crazy, but that sheriff, that Dirty Gurty, she knows what's up.
She does.
I think,
She's who I worry about.
but I think you keep your ball.
to Dirty Gurty, now more cards all over her body.
and the poor bandage job has now
Yeah.
snapped, and so it's just blood coming down the side of her arm at the
She's
same time.
bleeding pretty bad and has blood.
She's trying to bandage it up with the cards, and those are getting sticky too. So she's got bloody cards on her face now.
Anyone that's accidentally shot themselves that many times, like, they're not scared of nothing.
Deadened all the shots deaden the nerves.
Right. So listen.
Well, here's one thing I know. I am not a Morel person. And I have no problem cutting our poor Ernst out of out of the agreement, and if I'm being honest, I've had already laid the groundwork for it to occur.
Oh, really now?
If you didn't know, our smart friend Ernest there decided to rat us out.
You don't say.
I do say. So, I agree to your plan. Now, how do you suggest that we do this? Do we let the law handle him? Does he disappear in the night? Does he get dysentery?
He's an awful big fan of that burnt out church. Listen, you want them Coopers gone. I'm sorry, I can't hear you anymore.
I want all Coopers gone. I am the only Cooper.
You want 'em?
Oh.
All right.
And then big bold letters, megalomaniac. Comes right across the screen.
All right, Nelly. All right. This plan just might be crazy enough to work. We get everybody to that burnt out church. Burnt out church plus dynamite plus all the Coopers in town and Mr. Mushroom. We might have ourselves a winning situation there.
I need you to make sure that the sheriff is there.
You leave the sheriff to me.
I will. Mostly because you suggested it.
Scene.
Was that good or bad? I think that was
Everybody
good.
was doing thumbs down.
I
and then
just
towards
thumbs
the end,
up.
They started doing gold
Chat.
balloons.
I'm seeing
Chat.
gold balloons in chat.
Yeah, I
Chat,
think it
chat,
switched.
lot of gold.
Okay.
It
Who do you wanna
started
get-
purple.
It did
Okay.
start purple. It did.
That's fine. That's fine.
We had.
It started purple for all the mushroom jokes, which I swear I did not intend when I named you Ernest Chanterelle.
Well, I think that this did go well for your character plot-wise anyway, so.
It made
I'll
a
give
solid
it-
plan.
I'll give it to Dirty Gurty for another wet die.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, we will take a, I don't know, 10-minute break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
get some more water. And we will come back after the break to roll our die, and highest rolls will pick the tilt in the middle of the movie. So stay tuned. We will be back shortly. See you soon.
BRB.
Bye.
Yeehaw! Hi, everybody. We're back. Thank you for waiting.
Yeehaw!
We now have the tilt table open, and we have rolled our dice. How you do this is you take your black dice and your white dice, you roll them, you subtract the lower number from the higher number. Whoever has the highest results gets to pick the tilt. And we have determined that Ron and Katie have the highest results. So how we will do this is you each will pick, I guess in the original version you use dice to do this, but I think it's more fun to just pick. So you will each pick a top category, and then you'll switch, and the opposite person will pick the subcategory for the tilt.
Ooh, okay.
Oh. Ron, you want me to go first? You want to go first?
Yeah, you can go ahead and go first.
I'm going to pick mayhem.
Yeah.
Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Okay.
We're just picking one top level.
Yeah, you pick another top.
Let me.
Failure.
Of course. Puppy, that's not for you.
This feels like a failure, a mayhem and failure type of story, personally, but you do you.
What could possibly go wrong? We only have weeping 2-year-old dynamite.
Weeping.
What did you say?
What is that?
Cult.
Guilt?
Guilt?
Cult. Is it guilt?
It says guilt.
Cult.
No.
I was like, I don't see that.
Are we playing Cthulhu now?
Ah!
I was like, cult. Okay.
We're taking a hard right turn
Jake,
into a Call of
Jake
Cthulhu
Michaels, my husband, has been playing a game called Cult Simulator.
Oh my
Where
god.
you like create a cult, and he's like, "Oh, one of my cultists died," and he just like will sit next to me and say things. I'm like, it's upsetting hearing the things you're saying.
What?
Oh,
Cult
my cultist died. I sent him on a mission. What did you say, Ron?
Paranoia. We'll do paranoia.
Oh, okay.
Paranoia, okay.
Ooh, okay.
So then Ron picks underneath mayhem, and
Uh-huh.
Katie picks underneath paranoia.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do cold-blooded score settling.
Oh. Oh no. The Coopers. Coopers are gonna.
No. All right. I'm gonna do.
That's why you've never heard of the town of Just, because the Coopers just killed everybody.
They just blew it up.
There was nothing about this town that was just.
Yes. I think the name of the movie is Just Justice.
Okay, for paranoia, I'm gonna do. Somebody is watching, waiting for their moment.
Mm.
Bum bum bum.
And that somebody is Willie the Drunk.
Willie the Wise.
That's right.
Waiting for their moment.
Okay, mayhem and paranoia are the name of the game.
Okay, so Act 2 begins, and this is where things start to ramp up. Things get more intense.
This is where things get weird.
This is where
Sticky.
A little sticky.
sticky
if
things
you
hit the
will.
fan.
So then they just stay on the fan.
Yeah,
That's right.
and it stinks up the whole room. It does the
Your fan will
opposite
never
of
be
what you
the
want
same.
to do.
The fan jam.
Okay.
Someone
All
in
right.
chat said, fun fact, Cooperstown used to be known as Just prior to the Coopers killing everyone. Evil the Coopers.
So we're gonna form the
I like
Baseball
that.
Hall of Fame here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Ron starts again, or do we start a different order?
So yeah.
We could do a different order, but unless it doesn't
Let's go
matter.
the other way around.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
So
we
who
can
was
do
last
whatever
one?
we want.
I was last. Okay. Okay.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Let's see.
There's a lot, as you said, a lot of
There's
plates
a lot
spinning.
going on.
Do
Yeah.
we want to do a quick recap of what's
Let's
going
do a quick recap, and then give me a second to kind of figure out what.
It's almost as messy as our heist was. Almost.
I mean, this is
Almost.
pretty classic Western
Yeah, this
town
is pretty classic
shenanigans, I
Western.
think. So this is the town of Just. There's the mayor. There's the Coopers and the Coopers.
Uh-huh. There's a sheriff and a deputy who
There's a
are
sheriff and a
highly
deputy.
respected in the town, despite Dirty Gurty shooting herself every so often.
And despite and the deputy being one of the Coopers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But the respecter man.
And Ernest Chanterelle just happens to luck into a lot of things.
That's right.
Yeah, he got coerced into a stick up, which was just a plant by Nelly to get you the diary, which contains information about the Coopers and the Coopers possibly being related.
Yeah.
Right.
And we also
And
have
there's a floating thief around town.
Yeah, Jedediah's he's got some info for the sheriff that he hasn't shared yet.
That's right.
And he has said that he will take care of the sheriff.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and there's supposed to be a secret rendezvous between Ernest Chanterelle and
The Coopers.
And the Coopers at the burned out church.
Burned out.
At nightfall.
That's right.
Well, so far it's just Pearl and Ernest, right?
Right, I know. We'll get there.
That's all she
He's
knows.
gonna get all the Coopers. All right.
Where there's one Cooper, there's multiple Coopers.
And remember to vote whether you want the scene to resolve well for the character who started it or poorly.
That's right. Who burned down the church? Says Vosh Voyager. It's a mystery. We'll never know.
That's in the prequel.
That's
They
next time.
just did.
What burned out the old church? That one over there.
Oh man. Okay, so we cut back to Dirty Gurty, who has completely lost track of her cards in her game of solitaire. But she kind of feels like she's getting close to beating herself finally in solitaire, but she really only feels that way because half of the cards have gone missing and are like stuck to the underside of the table and just, all over the place. As there is an awkward knock on the western hanging door as the sound of Jedediah standing outside. Ms. Diablo? Ms.
Door's
Diablo?
open. You can. I see you.
Oh, yeah.
Come on in.
Right, thank you. I didn't want to.
I appreciate you turning your gaze down and knocking, but it's a open door policy here. That's how I chose to run the town.
Right. That's very respectable. You seem very respectable. I don't know if you know me. My name is Jedediah Crenshaw.
How do I know your name?
I'm not sure. But I sometimes I go to Nelly Cuuper's Just Booze. I'm sometimes around there, and
Who doesn't?
I'm a fan of horses in the area.
Oh, I love a horse.
Yeah.
Nothing makes me angrier than a horse getting taken advantage of, let me tell you that.
Absolutely. So I thought it prudent for me to come
There's
see.
no better place to heal a broken heart than in the back of a horse.
True.
I've never heard of that one before. Anyway, I thought it prudent for me to come see you, Ms. Diablo, as I have some inside information on some potential dirty dealings going on in this town.
Dirty dealings, you say?
That's correct.
All right, well, let me just get out pen and paper here.
Do you happen to know one Ernest Chanterelle?
Yeah.
It was literally in the thing we did.
Getting lots of purple balloons.
Yeah, I know Ernest.
Well,
I'll be honest. You're coming into this town, but everyone else, I'm gonna know if they live here. 'Cause I'm
okay,
a sheriff. Yeah, it's
that's
just
great.
kinda how
Well,
it works.
that'll make this easier. Ernest Chanterelle.
Willie, will you stop
Huh?
squeaking that ball?
Sorry.
I'm turning my sound off for the audience. I know you guys can still hear it, sorry.
I'm seeing so many purple balloons in chat. Okay. Ernest Chanterelle, I'm not sure if you know this, but he is an unsavory character. He's not to be trusted.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
There is potentially some mischievous dealings happening at a certain burnt out church on the other side of town.
Are you aware of the
The
box?
church being burnt down, yeah, I'm aware of that. That happened, and we're working on rebuilding it. But to be honest, no one was really that keen on attending, and so it hasn't been a high priority.
But back to where in the bar, everybody sees the church burning outside, and they all stop, look, go back to
Just
drinking.
keep drinking.
And then slow pan zoom into Drunken Willie, and he's got a preacher's collar on.
Oh
Oh!
Oh,
Yes.
really? Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, man.
Well, Willie's gonna have his own spinoff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, so anyway, Jedediah feels like he's definitely, quite the master manipulator here in this moment. This Ernest Chanterelle, he's been involved. I happen to have an inside knowledge of some certain dirty dealings that Mr. Chanterelle has partaken in, including there was a certain box of dynamite taken a couple years back, as well as I come to you,
Son, you feel real nervous.
well,
And I know, I just want to tell you something real quick here. I know you may be intimidated, all right, because I am the highest authority in this town and county and good at my job. But
indeed.
you can talk to me, all right? I have no attachment to anything but the law, all right? That's my number one rule here, Sheriff, all right? So let's just, let's get this out in the open. Whatever you can say, open book, okay? Open, just, you feel free to tell me what you know about him.
If you first find yourself in a hole, the first thing to do is stop digging.
You should have heard his sermons, honestly.
Right.
They're pretty good.
Right. Okay. Listen, I think that there might be some bad things that are going to happen.
She's just
in
going to
this.
subtly pass like a handkerchief across while he's talking for him to wipe his brow.
Thank you.
Mhm,
Thank
subtly.
you. Thank you very much. I think that there's some bad things coming between the Cuupers and the Cuupers.
The Cuupers?
The Cuupers and
You
the
mean the
Cuupers.
Coopers?
The Coopers and the Coopers. Yeah, that's right.
Coopers and the Coopers.
That's right.
The Coopers moved out of town a long time ago.
Oh, the Coopers and the Coopers. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The umlauts confuse me. I'm sorry.
Yes. You're not alone.
Okay. But and this here, Mr. Chanterelle, he's sort of at the middle of it. I think he's some
So
kind of
you're telling
mastermind,
me-
kind of playing one side against the other.
Let me just get this straight before I write it down again with my non-dominant hand here. You're saying that the Coopers and the Coopers have a rivalry, which we know,
Everyone knows, of course.
but Chanterelle
That's right.
here has stolen a box of dynamite and is planning a scheme that's gonna turn them even more against each other
That's
than
right.
they already are.
Pretty much mayhem. Absolute
Okay.
mayhem. And it's some say the best time to run a job is when everybody is looking somewhere else.
Right. All right. Well, what your name again?
Jedediah Crenshaw.
Jedediah Crenshaw. And
That's
how
right.
did you come upon this information, Jedediah?
Well,
I think this needs to end poorly for Morgan's character.
Oh, it is.
I,
No doubt.
I may have stolen a horse or two with Mr. Chanterelle back in the day. I am since well reformed.
You better be.
But
Taking everything in my willpower not to pull out my gun with my other arm right now and shoot you.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
But statistically speaking, that bullet will come right back to me, so I'm not going to do it.
I appreciate
All right,
that.
son. I'm gonna ask you to leave before you further incriminate yourself to me,
Right.
because once we get into horses, I'm gonna tell you my blood starts to boil. So I'm just gonna see you right out the door.
All right,
I know it's
all
an
right.
open door policy. I'm gonna lock it up tonight because I got some
Burnt out church.
things to do.
But Cooper's burnt out church. Watch out.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna keep my eye on that. And she's gonna slowly push him out the door.
Thank you.
And as she
See you later, Willie.
Don't worry about biting off more than you can chew. Your mouth is probably a whole lot bigger than you think.
How do I know that name? And as she closes the door, there's like a big bulletin board that's on the back of her door with all these different wanted posters, and one's gonna fall off slowly and hit the ground with Jedediah's face plastered across it. It says wanted, and underneath it says for a string of unsuccessful arsons.
and one possible horse theft.
and horse theft.
Rage.
Possible horse theft.
Possible's enough for me. She's gonna fold it up, which turns out to be more balling it up because she's only got one working hand. Put it in her pocket.
Okay, so Morgan, you get to keep that black die. Act two.
Great. I have a couple black die, and you still add them to your previous thing of black die. Yes.
Yeah, you're
Or black
keeping
and
your
white
pool.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Jared.
Okay, so so that was midday. I'm gonna say right at sundown, Ernest Chanterelle is running down the street and then runs up a porch onto up these steps onto a porch and is banging on a door, and out front on the mailbox or whatever it says the Cuupers. You can pick a spelling at this point. I don't know if it matters. But he's banging on the door and he's like,
Who knew there were so many ways to spell Cuuper?
yeah. Miss Cuuper, sticky fingers.
I'm
And his voice
coming.
cracks.
And she peers at her door. She's clearly brushed her hair out for the first time in a very long time. Her teeth look freshly picked, as though she might have used her little stick toothbrush, and she's kind of wiping the sweat off of her face. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
You're early. I thought I was meeting you down over at the church.
Oh, well, yes, and I still want to do that. It's just that something's come up, and I was wondering if you could bring all the Cuupers
Come again?
with you.
All the Cuupers?
Yeah, all of them. Everyone in your family. Bobby, Sue.
You hear, so you see somebody in the back who was hidden behind a door. When he hears Bobby, pops his head out and goes, "Somebody say my name." He's looking at a toothbrush and he puts it in his mouth.
Yeah, Bobby, you're invited too.
I'll be there.
All right, great.
Well, I thought it was just gonna be us two.
Well, I thought that too, and then I found out some information that I think all the Cuupers might want to know, and I wanted to make sure that I presented it to you, and then you could share it with the rest of your family.
She rushes up and grabs him by the handkerchief. You know something? They could bring down the other Cuupers.
Well, if you put it that way, yeah, I do.
This is exactly what I was looking for. Dirty Gurty always says what you put out in the world is what you receive, and tonight I am receiving.
That sounds like something
vengeance.
Drunk Willie would say, but yeah, maybe she
but
said that
she
too.
does repeat his proverbs from time to time.
He's
so it
he's
did probably
real
originally
wise.
come from Drunk Willie.
Yeah. Every time I talk to Drunk Willie, I feel a lot smarter than I was before.
Yeah, I feel sort of blessed almost.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
a good man.
So you need all 1, 2, 3, 4.
All 16
Well,
Coopers.
I can't count past 4.
Every single one.
Okay.
All of them.
All right.
Even little Billy.
Okay. Well, little Billy, he's only 8. He just only learned how to use a gun. So I don't
Right
feel
out of the door
especially.
where she's talking to him. A little kid pops out and goes, "Somebody say my name."
Yeah, Billy, you're invited too, and make sure you bring your 6-shooter with you.
I'll be there.
Great.
What?
All right.
But I did want to give you this. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a little bouquet of wildflowers.
Oh.
Aw. Well, ain't that special? I don't know that anybody's ever gave me flowers before, other than my mom.
Well,
God rest her soul.
I always thought that you were the prettiest of the Coopers.
Hi.
Sorry there.
Shut
Sally.
up, sister.
Didn't
No, those are the
see you
flowers.
there.
Yeah, there's a new prettiest sister, and it's me, okay? Anybody,
Because you're wearing all my old dresses.
anybody else? Anybody else got man callers come around? I don't think so.
Just because I
Sorry.
don't have time because I'm busy making my brain smart.
Yeah, well, brains ain't gonna get you anything, but, well, I guess they can get you a lot.
Hey, they're right. This brushing ain't just for your hair no more.
What? Okay, this house is chaotic. I'll bring the family to the church.
All 16.
All 16.
Yeah.
And this is a secret, okay?
Yeah. It's big news. Real big.
Okay.
It'll change everything about this town. And you can use it however you want.
Okay.
However you want.
We'll bring our guns.
All of them. Yeah.
And no
Sounds
horses, so we can keep it covert.
Yeah. You don't need no horses. The burned out church is just up the street.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You know how the sheriff is with horses. You get horses involved, she gets all riled up.
I know. Putting them in danger, getting them all scared. And you know what? Since you showed up a little early, I have a little bit of time to watch the horse pull for a bit if you want to sit down and join.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay.
I can only stay for a little bit because I got a couple errands I got to run before we meet tonight, but sure.
Oh, great. Okay. Shut up, Sally. I got a man coming in the house.
You're coming in the house now?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Put your shirt on.
Hey, look
Oh,
at that
God,
painting.
sir, I gave them all to you.
Okay, scene.
Scene. That ended great.
Okay, that was a white die.
White
Yeah.
die for Jared, I believe, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jared's stacking up the
Jared's
white die.
Swimming in white dye.
That was my
I
favorite
gotta go
scene
with
thus
David
far.
Jim Pro on this one. I really love a good horse pull. You know,
What was that?
I love a really
Gotta
good
watch
horse
the horse pull.
You ain't never been to a horse pull?
pull. Yeah, I
Like
was
a tractor pull, but slower.
Checks out. Checks out.
That's the only form of entertainment in Just, unless the
That's right.
Coopers are fighting with Coopers. That's
Oh,
what
man.
you do. You just
Well,
watch the horse
Friday
pull.
night, we're gonna have us a horse pull.
Okay, Katie, your turn.
All right, so
Is it like horse tug of war? Maybe. I don't know.
you just see outside of the old burned down church, you see boots walking on the ground, and then you see a shovel dig into the ground and start digging. And the sun kind of goes for a while, a little bit of a time lapse, and then a pretty big hole gets dug, and then it gets covered up with some bushes and some tumbleweeds and stuff like that. And then you see,
Hold on, there's a cross cut where they pan over underneath the church, and so that you see the crates or whatever being's buried there, but as you pan over, you see this large sarcophagus, and on the side of it is something written in Romanian. And it says
What?
it's from Transylvania, buried underneath
Stop.
Somebody's reading chat.
Stop it.
the church. That's right. Buried underneath the church, vampire.
They're about to get blown up.
and so you see this, and then you see inside the church, like a rope kind of trap laid down, like a big lasso kind of that's on the ground with like it going up to be pulled.
Like a snare trap, perhaps?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, snare trap. I couldn't think of the word. And then a little bit farther, you see the boots walk. You see a hand kind of put like Home Alone style, like a bucket. The door's gonna open and buckets of water are set there on the side to come down. You see the boots keep walking around the building and continue to kind of lay intricate little Western traps, if you will. And then you cut back to the jail, and Gertie is just coming out of her office with the wanted poster.
Western
And-
traps are like bear traps, chat. There's a lot of people in chat that don't know what Western traps are.
I think I was very clear by saying 3 of them Western traps. They're basic traps, but with a Western spin.
Sure.
Gertie comes back. She's like, "All right, kind of not looking. I'll be back in a bit, Willie. I gotta go check out what's happening at this old church." And as she walks out the door, you notice. Oh, Ron, you're muted.
Ron, you're muted. We missed that one.
I was gonna say, as I walk out the door, you notice Willie is just a bag of it's just a bag of rice and beans.
What?
Wait a
So
minute.
it's not. It's like a bag of beans with a hat that's put on
Like
it.
he
to
escaped?
yeah, to look like a person. And Willie's not there.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant for a
Plot
second that
twist.
he had been a bag of rice the entire time, and we were just
And
crazy.
Willie is a bag.
That would have been a huge plot twist. This whole time, the entire town is
Everyone is insane.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That could be the scene if you
Yeah,
want.
and scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
scene.
Sorry, I said it, but I think we're all talking.
Okay. So we don't know who that person is. You just saw boots.
We just
right?
saw boots
Okay.
Laying
boots.
traps.
and
Got it.
hands, but
Somebody waiting for their moment. Playing that
We
joke.
also have found out that Willie has somehow escaped.
Yes.
or wasn't
Right.
there at that moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Been let out.
Right.
Yeah. Chad is giving you gold balloons. I'll give you a thumbs up as
But
well.
Willie also put himself in jail, which was established at the
Right.
beginning.
Right.
So
Right. Oh, that's
Which
true.
is hilarious that he left a bag of rice.
yeah.
Okay, so Katie, you get a white die.
if
Katie's
he-
also
if he
stacking
did
those
that.
white die.
Right.
Great.
So now it's Jessica.
Okay,
How are we doing on our white die, black die breakdown? Is it
we're pretty even. Yeah, we have 3 white
Yeah.
and 4 black left.
So I'm the last one, and then we have one more round, right?
Yes, one final round. Yep. All right, so just as that sound effect happens, the black of night, just the light of a full moon shining down, casting moon shadows across the party of 16 Coopers as they walk haughtily towards the church, whispering to one another, "This is our day. This is our day. Everything's gonna change after
I knew being a
tonight."
Cooper was a good idea. I love being a Cooper. And today I'm proud to be a
Cooper's
Cooper.
rule. Cooper's
Everything's
rule.
coming up. Everything's
I got my
coming up.
gun.
Coop. Okay.
I brought this toothbrush too.
Okay. Where'd you get a toothbrush?
Where'd you get that?
How
Where'd you
much
get
for a
with
toothbrush?
my monies.
What? Where you get those
saving up
from?
so much money? Those so
Those cost at
expensive.
least 25 cents.
Y'all
You
better
can
be
use
quiet.
it if you want to.
Y'all better be
Okay.
quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez.
All right.
Brush your teeth. Come on.
There should be a
Try
very
before you knock it.
handsome man coming over here any minute now. Okay, so just shut up. Don't say anything embarrassing.
All right, Pearl. I guess.
Define embarrassing, because you get embarrassed about things I don't think are embarrassing.
Okay, just
Right.
don't.
Define handsome, because I am not directly related to that.
What? Just don't talk about. I don't know. Don't say sticky fingers. Okay, anything else? Just try not to.
Whatever you say, sticky finger.
No, don't.
No
don't
problem,
do that.
sticky
Okay, I
fingers.
told you. I hate the. No,
Well,
I
we
like
sticky
Everybody,
fingers.
sticky finger says don't call her sticky fingers.
Hey, shush.
You're gonna curse the Cooper name.
I'm gonna call you S fingers.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
Not
that's a
gonna
little
know.
less triggering for me. Okay.
All right. All right.
so
So,
anyway.
cut to, and you see Ernest slipping a note into Nelly's slot, like on her mailbox or whatever. And then he's running down the street. It's late at night. He's running down the street to make sure that he gets to the church on time.
Cool.
Okay. Are you any minute
He
now?
show- he
Any minute
shows
now.
up.
I promise you he's gonna
Yeah.
show up.
He comes around the corner, he shows up, and for whatever reason he's wearing chaps and spurs and like wearing like a nice shirt that he looked like he recently bought with the money that he procured.
It's very stiff.
Yeah, it's very stiff.
It's
like
very
he
starched.
just got it. Yeah. He's got a new hat. Hey,
Hi,
It's
hi,
me.
hi, yeah,
hey, Pearl.
yeah, hi.
Did you bring
sorry.
everybody?
Those pigs are just so loud at night.
Squeaky.
Now, when I said bring everybody that was a Cuuper, I didn't necessarily mean the pigs too. That could
You
be,
know what?
that
They're
could
just
get awkward.
if we're not watching them, it's just that they can destroy stuff. So we
Pigs
just
are
we take them
smart.
with
You
with us
know
anywhere
that.
we
They're
go.
real smart,
That's
dude.
true.
Yeah.
That's very true. Pigs are very smart. I've always heard that. Well, I wanted to show you. You remember that book you saw that fell in the mud?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's what I wanted to share with you, and then you can share it with your family, and then you can decide whatever you want to do with that information.
Because he says that on the other side of the burned out church, just at the tree line where the moon shadows meet the shadows of the forest, exit 16 other human beings on the other edge of the forest, all carrying what look exactly like what the other group is carrying.
But they're all the exact same like shape. They're just almost like a shadowy reflection of each other. It's like same amount of children, same amount of, it's as if they were destined to stand
There's
across
two
from
pigs.
each other.
There's two pigs. With
That's
them.
right. No. It's bizarre.
It's so bizarre.
It's the Coopers.
Okay,
This is the Coopers.
I'm ready. Hands
Well,
over. And you said
as
the
you can-
sheriff saw this? Did she didn't tell me
Well,
that?
she sort of saw it. I told her what was inside of it. I gave her like the Reader's Digest version of it.
Oh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally know what that is. Okay. Let me see.
Was that Jessica or Pearl saying, I totally know what the reader said? Just for-
How dare you?
It's a pretty old reference.
Look, my grandma had one on her at the back of her toilet seat. I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly.
The main
Okay, that was a
thing
joke. I definitely know what it is.
The main thing I wanted you to see was this last entry. You see here? Very last entry. It turns out that old great grandma Cuuper, she spelled her name the same way as the other
Darkness,
Coopers.
you hear a
What was
What was
that?
that?
Ernst's head implodes.
What?
Ah! She screams. I'm not going to actually
killed
use
her?
it.
Troopers on the other
Chanterelle?
side scream, "Get him!" And they begin to charge across the field.
Oh!
Ernest Chanterelle!
Scene.
Oh my god.
I can't believe you just did that.
Yep. Game over. Mr. Chanterelle, game over.
Oh no.
Wow. Okay. That.
Cold-blooded score settling.
I don't think I was too riveted. I didn't even vote. But that ended.
Yeah.
That
Poorly?
was
Bad?
Jared's scene. That's or no.
It was my scene.
It was
It was
your
your
scene.
scene.
Yeah.
I did it
That
badly.
It
Yeah.
is bad for you.
Yeah, I'll
too,
take a
I
black
think,
die.
yeah.
Real bad. Dang.
When he drops to the ground, you see a small little box of chocolates come out of his pocket too.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Has Jared died first in all these? No, Jeff died first in the first one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, he died. He actually
Yeah.
could have survived that.
yeah.
That's right. Oh man.
Okay, Ron. Your turn. Your scene. What happens next?
As this scene unfolds and we see the other Coopers, it's still unclear who's who. But the other Coopers across the field, away from Pearl, all charging across the field, getting ever so closer and closer to the traps laid in the dirt.
The Western
It
traps.
is Bobby.
Western traps, yeah.
Yes, the Western traps. It is Bobby who turns to Pearl and says, "What are we gonna do?" Do we get him or do we run?
Well, I need to see this last page. I need to see Ernest dying well.
Well, I'm not gonna stand around and let them get away with what they've done. Let's get them, boys! And the rest of Pearl's family begins to charge in the middle of the field.
Pearl steps down, picks up the blood-soaked diary, and begins to read the final page.
He's still kind of clutching the diary, so you like have to pry it out of his hands as you pull it up.
I'm sorry. You're dead. You know, you are, okay. You're still handsome when you're dead. I'm sorry. Cuuper?
And each time she says Cuuper, it's a back and forth between both groups running in slow motion towards each other. And just as she's starting to realize what she's reading in the contents of the books on the page, they meet in the middle and there's a giant explosion.
Scene!
All right.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. Well,
I think that ended well for Nelly.
For
I
Nelly,
think this
yeah.
was Nelly's
Yeah.
plan.
And that's what Nelly wanted, was the giant explosion and the Coopers to all die so she can be the only Cooper.
Nelly finally gets a
I
white
killed
die.
you, Jared, but it was mayhem, and I thought that would be the way to go.
No
about
worries. No worries.
It was
Fiasco,
not a judgment.
man.
I love you, man.
It's all good.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
Okay. So we then, at the
Great
time
scene.
of this massive explosion, we then pan over probably 100 yards away as Jedediah has just pushed the plunger. And sitting next to him is Nelly as the two of them watch from the distance.
Reloading a rifle.
what's the plunger?
Oh, the plunger of the
the
explosion.
dynamite.
Sorry. Yeah, picture it like
oh,
Wile E.
oh.
Coyote style, like detonator. Yes,
Yeah.
push the plunger on the detonator.
He probably had to drop it down a couple times before it finally triggered.
Come on.
I mean, it's old dynamite.
That's right. Give it another
You
second.
see Nelly reloading a rifle
Well,
next to him.
I gotta be honest, I never killed 32 people at one moment before.
Some of them were children and pigs.
Pigs.
Technically 33 and 4 pigs.
The pigs are considered family.
This is all part of your plan, right, Nelly? I'm putting a lot of investment in this here stratagem of yours.
Nelly looks at Jebediah deeply and kisses him deeply and stops and says, I told you it would be an adventure, my love.
Power is an aphrodisiac.
Don't I know it?
What's now? What comes next?
Well, now we go down to make sure they're all dead. I
Right.
want to see Pearl's burnt husk of a body.
All right, but where does the money come from now? I mean, do we just like you said we were gonna split it 50-50, but how's this gonna pay off? I mean, mass murder is one thing, but I did this for the money, Nelly, and for my feelings for you, of course. But
You don't think the Coopers have a bunch of gold and stashed away in their homes? How do you think they're able to get around and do all the things they
buy all those toothbrushes.
I don't know if you put it together yet, my love, but I am a Cooper. I'm just not either of those Coopers.
Dun dun dun.
I knew there was something special about you.
Scene.
Yes.
There's a third.
Great
Cooper?
edit.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
how is this Cooper spelled? Is it spelled with a K?
This is Cuuper.
K-E-W-P-T-E-R.
Cuuper. It's a Cuuper.
Cuuper. She's a
Old
real
Transylvanian name.
Cuuper.
She's a real Cuuper, all
Old
right.
Transylvanian.
It's an old
There you go.
Transylvanian name. That's right.
By the way, I just want to edit that and add that when everything blew up and all the body parts went everywhere, you saw the blood start to soak into the ground beneath the old church.
Oh my god.
I see where this is going. Chat seemed pretty split
Yeah.
on good or evil on that one. So what do we think?
I think that went well though for you.
I think
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
now have
white.
2 white and 2 black die. Yeah. Okay.
Which means your outcome's not looking pretty.
Nope.
The closer you are to 0, the worse your outcome is in the end.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
Jared.
Jared.
And what did
Me?
you say? Who's the third Cooper?
Cooper.
Huh?
Technically, there's 3 Coopers because there's the 2 Cooper families, and then we
Nelly.
just found out Nelly is a 3rd Cooper.
There's at least 3 Cooper.
I like that. Vosh Warrior suggested Kyupr. I think.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cooper.
There you go.
Cuuper.
Cooper.
So the blood soaks down into the ground. Oh, you knew this was coming. You knew this was coming.
Oh, yeah.
And
This happens when you kill Jared.
it pours down over the stone sarcophagus and into the cracks. And you see the sarcophagus start to shake a little bit.
This is
And
the
then
Sturge becoming a time traveling warrior moment of this
Yeah.
episode.
And then it cracks. And as it cracks, you see a hand come out from the dirt and the mud and reach up through the bottom of the burnout church. And it pulls one of the surviving Coopers? One of the Coopers down into the dirt. And you just hear this ravenous as that Cooper just gets ripped apart and devoured. Then pan back to the sheriff's office, and everyone's in the town is screaming and yelling and freaking out in front of the sheriff's office and pointing down towards the church and saying all hell's broke loose and there was an explosion and blah blah blah. And pan inside of the old jail, and the sheriff is sitting there looking at the mess of bloody cards spilled out across the table, her horribly wounded arm, a half-imbibed bottle of whiskey, and looking at this wanted poster of
Jedediah.
wondering what her next move is going to be. As the door bursts open and a couple of the townsfolk come in and look down at the sheriff.
The burnt out church is now the
There's
exploded
been
church!
explosion, help us!
Yeah, all hell's breaking loose out there.
It smells like burning ham. Like hot lunch.
The church got reburnt, is what you're telling me?
The church got full on burnt, exploded, obliterated into shards of wood and dust.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on my this town.
I
this
think it's
town.
the Coopers. And
Which
the
one?
Coopers.
The Coopers or the Coopers?
The Coopers and the Coopers.
I
The
counted
Coopers and the
30.
Coopers are in the
I-
same town?
Yeah.
I mean, the same time.
Yeah.
I counted
I'm
32
gonna
bodies and 4 pigs.
I'm gonna need more guns. All right.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Locked and loaded.
So pan over and she opens up a cabinet and it's just like sawed-off shotgun, rifle, like a howitzer.
She's got her
and,
Rambo montage.
yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
20
All right.
different types of guns.
What's your name, son?
My name's Polly.
Polly?
Matthias.
Come over here. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You're on
Yeah.
office duty.
All
You're gonna
right.
stay here. You're gonna wash this here jail, all right?
I'm
You
real
mix it
good
up.
at filing.
Oh, actually, that'd be great. There's a bunch of wanted posters in the back if you could
Okay,
spell it.
you got it, Sharon.
Alphabetical by first name. Okay, I don't like the last names. I don't know how
You
people spell
got
it.
it.
It gets tricky. Thank you.
No
right.
problem.
What was your name again?
Polly?
Polly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it up here. Polly, you're an
I
honorary
ain't
guest.
no Cooper. I swear, I ain't no Cooper.
Polly, when you say it like that, it makes you sound like you might be, okay? I'm just gonna say that right now. Listen,
Okay.
right now, say nothing else, okay? Don't say
Okay.
anything else.
Okay.
He was. He'd
You?
be dead.
You're an honorary deputy. You come with me, all right? Pick whatever
I've always
gun you
wanted
want.
to be a deputy.
Yeah, pick whatever gun you want out of the cabinet and follow along, kid.
He grabs the sawed-off shotgun because it's the smallest one.
All right.
Wow, you keep these loaded? Isn't that dangerous?
She peeks in. Oh, Willie. I thought you'd be gone. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, Willie's
Yeah.
still a pack of rice and beans. So
Yeah.
Willie's in the wind.
Yeah.
Willie's in the wind.
That scene,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
thumbs
scene.
Yeah,
up.
scene.
It looks like a big thumbs up from the
That's a
crowd.
big. That's a thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's our last white die. That goes to Katie.
Oh no.
So here on out.
Oh, that was Jared's scene.
That was
Oh,
my
that was
scene.
Jared's
Yeah,
scene.
that was Jared's
Oh, so that goes to Jared.
I was
I was gonna
dead,
say, we have 3
so
die
I was-
left.
I was using other things.
Okay.
Okay, so I got another white die. Okay.
That goes to Polly.
Good old Polly.
Oh, little Polly.
Little Polly.
Polly the deputy.
3 black die left.
The
Okay.
recently deputized.
We did establish early on that she can literally make anybody a deputy at any
So
time.
She
She
can
did.
make any law. She
Oh, she's gotta
that
just
was
write
true.
it in her
She can
book.
make Any law, right?
That's
Just
right.
a pretty simple ledger. That's why they call it a legal pad. Okay.
Oh.
All
we
right.
got 3 scenes, right? Katie, Jess,
Uh-huh.
and okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they all have
They
to
all have
end
to end
poorly
bad.
too.
Right.
I mean, we do have vampires at this point.
Well, actually,
so-
I think that technically the last die can also be wild.
Okay.
I think I was reading that in the book.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, it's tricky when it forces it. Okay, so this basically mob from it's people from town are kind of gathering on and falling behind the sheriff like people do in small towns because there's something to see and there's chaos going on.
Right.
There's kind of like an army of town folk coming down to the old burned out church. And you could tell that Gertie is tensions are high, but she's also very focused at the same time. Doesn't seem too surprised that this happened. And then you cut down over to where the old church is, and you see the coffin that is the sarcophagus that's over there start to kind of like bubble almost, like just like it's like trying to open
Sure.
as the blood from Chanterelle keeps going into that
And all the
sarcophagus.
30
It keeps-
plus Coopers.
32 other
Yeah.
people.
Well, you see Gertie walk up from a distance and kind of survey across the skyline, and she sees out in the distance Jebediah, who is trying to hide behind some bushes, but has been making a lot of
Nelly, get down.
head poking up doing this situation.
I'm not sure she saw me.
All right.
That makes it sound like she saw you.
I'm not sure.
We should probably assume that she did then.
We're the only things that aren't dead in this field.
Well, we just happened to be nearby. What? It's totally understandable. We were doing the unfavorables here in the woods.
She's gonna do another survey across the basically where the church is. The dust
The
is kind of
grounds.
starting to settle,
Yeah, the
and
grounds.
you can see there's a couple holes that seem out of place where people like there's these deep holes that seem out of place, and she walks down a lot of I'm sorry. This is a rough first day job for you, son. Yeah.
Poor Polly.
Polly.
I've never seen so many dead people before.
Yeah, Polly. Well, it's gonna make you grow up real fast. Here, Polly. This is what
I'm
I need.
only
you to-
16.
Polly, 16 in this town, basically a grandpa.
Yeah. That's what
what I
they
need.
say. You're a grown man when you're 16.
Polly, look at me.
Yeah.
To make sure that these people rest in peace, I know it's gonna be hard. I need you to go around, and I need you know how to feel for a pulse.
Sure. I'll
Put-
figure
give
it
me-
out.
Give me your hands. Don't say sure to this. You feel that? You feel my? Get in there, Paul. Don't be afraid. It's just a woman's neck, okay? Don't freak out.
Okay.
You feel that? You feel the beating?
Uh-huh.
You feel the blood pumping through my veins?
Yeah.
I need you to walk around and I need to feel some necks for me, okay?
Okay. I can do that.
I need you to feel some necks, and if anyone has a hint of life, I need you to tell one of these people here, and we need to start fixing it. I don't know how we do it. We're gonna try it.
The only guy that knew anything about healing is right here. And he points over at
Oh,
Chanterelle.
Pearl stumbles up, covered in
Pearl!
in Ernest's blood.
Goodness.
I know the truth. I know the truth. Who did this? Who did this?
Pearl.
You. You. And she's pointing over at Jeb and Nelly hide in the bushes. You.
You chose the worst bushes.
You did this. And she turns to Gertie. I'm gonna make you proud tonight. You too. We all could have been friends. We're all related. This feud could have been done today. She lifts up her pistol and shoots Jed. But unfortunately, it ricochets off of one of his metal buttons and goes back and hits Gertie.
Oh, God!
And
In the other arm.
this is nearly fatal. This hits her bad. This hits her bad.
No, not Gertie. No.
She's down. She's still alive, but this hurts.
Pearl, you made me proud.
I'm sorry. No.
No, you did. You made me proud. Honestly, I'm proud to have someone else shoot me other than myself.
Scene.
Oh.
That definitely went poorly.
That definitely went badly for Gertie.
Katie gets a black die.
No.
I got
This is
one.
all bad.
So who's
Two
left?
more. We got two more, and they both gotta
me.
go bad, right?
Now, Jess.
Okay.
Hey. Okay. Gertie's down. Nelly and Jed are somehow still standing there, poorly hiding behind a bush. We may have some vampires who are about to rise out from underneath the burnt out church. And
So
Paulie is
that's
having the
where we're
worst
at, right?
day of his life.
We're in the middle of this blown out church area.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. What used to be a
What
blown out,
used to
burnt
be
out
a
church.
burned out church was now a blown out church.
Yeah.
Church is
This
not
is-
doing well.
Man,
Gertie's
this turned-
down. Ernest
This turned
is
into an
dead.
action film.
Jed and Nelly are in the bushes nearby, and Pearl is standing there with the gun, apologizing to Gertie.
Pearl kneels down and tries to put her hand over Gertie's wound. I didn't. I'm sorry. I just hear.
And you hear a
Girl.
as a bullet rips through the top left shoulder of Pearl.
Oh! Who?
Nelly reloads the rifle.
No!
Pearl! Listen to me right here.
You take my gun. You shoot her. You shoot her.
No.
You shoot him.
Pearl, you can do this. Listen, we can both do this.
I can't. I can't. Either of us
can't.
can. Both of us.
You-
I learned from
Pearl?
you, and look what happened.
Pearl, you got one arm shot. I've taken a shot to the arm from myself many times, and I'm fine. All right, so I need you to woman up.
Okay.
Take this gun off my back. The sawed-off shotgun one's gonna be just right for this.
Well, I have a sawed-off shotgun.
Okay.
Polly,
Yeah.
you see those bushes over there?
Yeah.
What's something you hate, Polly?
I hate cheese.
Okay,
It
Polly,
messes my stomach right up.
over there in those bushes, those
Yeah.
are two cheese men. And those men are gonna come over here and they're gonna give you real bad, you know what. So I want you to point that gun over there
Uh-huh.
like this is the biggest cheese you've ever seen.
Okay.
And you gotta eat it.
As soon as he turns towards the bush, you hear, and a bullet goes through his top left shoulder as well.
Polly, don't you shoot
Nelly
now!
reloads.
He
Shoot
starts,
now,
he
Polly.
starts running that direction, and he
Oh.
fires
Oh, God.
both
Oh.
barrels that direction, and so it's just pepper spray across both of them. It doesn't kill either of them,
Ow!
Right?
Ow.
Definitely
Just-
mars them.
just
Ow.
ripped to shreds with
Yeah.
shrapnel.
Oh, Nelly, I don't know if this is. I'm starting.
I got him.
Play it.
All right. Okay. This feud ends today. Nelly, put that gun down.
This ain't even your feud. Nelly's the third kind of Cuuper.
You hear a
Third kind of Cuuper.
And Jed no longer says anything.
Traitor! Oh, Nelly, you evil.
And out from the bushes, a bloody and very torn Nelly, reloading a rifle, realizing she has no more bullets, tosses the rifle into the field, looks almost psycho-esque look in her eyes and across the field and says, "We finish this with our hands! I'll watch the life fade from your eyes!"
And just as Nelly says that, the earth begins to tremble, and a crack opens up. Steam pours out, and a bit of red light spreads across the ground.
And cockroaches seem to spread forth as if something rotten has opened up from the earth.
Scene.
For sure. All right.
It's all coming down.
All right, Ron.
Okay, so let's
Last
wrap
scene.
this up. So, last scene. So we're still now the earth is cracked open. There's red light coming from the cracks. Cockroaches and rats spilling out from the cracks, and a deep. begins to rise from the coffin underneath the church. And as the camera zooms out, a very large explosion goes off as the rest of the wood that was left on top of the coffin splinters as the top of the coffin shoots straight into the sky.
Polly jumps just out of the way.
Polly jumps out of the way, absolutely. Absolutely. And from the coffin rising into the air with no wires or strings is a Nosferatu-style cowboy. Full cowboy hat,
Bald head.
duster, bald-headed, long fingernails, and just as he rises in the sky, he floats over to Nelly, and as Nelly, looking at Pearl psychotically, smiling with her head tilted, this cowboy vampire settles next to Nelly, embracing her almost like a child, kissing her on the cheek. And as he does so, her skin turns Nosferatu, and her full vampire form flows out into existence. And from the back, you hear, "If you don't go in, you don't know the way out." And you hear as two wooden stake bullets shoot from across in the dark, both into the heart, bursting both vampires into dust. And from the darkness into the moonlight shadows steps Willie, drunk Willie, the preacher. And as he pulls back his hair and his pulls back his duster and his hat, on his head is a bandana, and he begins to go,
No, come on!
Stairs!
Wait a minute.
He fades to black and says, "Finn."
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
So Sturge has become lost in time.
Yeah, so
Yes.
It has been living in the Old West for decades.
Yes.
As Drunken Willie.
As Drunken Willie.
This is
Waiting.
now-
So that-
Somebody is watching. Waiting for their moment.
Now we
this
have
is
the
our
aftermath.
franchise.
Yeah.
Everything's connected.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Awesome. Okay, that was epic, Ron. That was
Guys,
amazing.
That was a doozy.
Wait, who lived? Okay, Pearl and
We have
and
the
Dirty.
aftermath still.
We do have the
so we'll find
aftermath,
Gotta do the
yeah.
aftermath,
So
of course.
now you will roll your die. Same process as last time. Subtract the higher number or the lower number from the higher
gosh.
number. Roll both colors. So I'm gonna roll 3 black die. Katie will roll 3 white, 1 black.
That was bananas. Okay.
I rolled a
gotta-
13 black.
I've got 2 white and 2 black.
I got a 13 white.
Wow.
How many black do I have?
You have 3 black and 1 white.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna roll black first. Oof, I rolled a 9 black, but
I also got a 13 white.
Okay, so it's better for your character if you roll higher. 13 is the highest on the scale here, if you can see that.
I got a 2 black.
2? Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's not good. Brutal.
Ba-da-bum-bum.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, Morgan, why don't we start with you?
Sure.
Since yours is probably the most horrible.
Aftermath, 2 black, brutal. Wounds that will never heal, for starters. Stuff sawed off, blown off, or burned off on your way to grand, ignominious failure. Kiss whatever you care about goodbye. You may die, but you may not. I think Jedediah is dead. He, in his last moments, wavered on his loyalty to Nelly and paid the price. I think that Gertie will feel positively about the moment when she kind of crosses off that wanted poster of Jedediah as she discovers that he had actually perpetrated many horse thefts in his past. The more it was all horse thieving.
Uh-huh.
And
some of them were successful.
Yes, some of them. And Gertie, Gertie definitely, feels better about her work that day. I don't know. I mean, I think that's. I think Jedediah tried to play both sides, but he didn't play it very well.
It's tough when there's Nosferatu vampires buried underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
You never expect
You can't really
Nosferatu
account for that.
vampires.
Yeah. Jared, what'd you roll?
So I got a 13 white, but I have a great idea for this, even though my character's dead. So Polly is pulling the sheriff from the burned out wreckage and gets her out and realizes that she's going to live. And she looks up at Polly and says, "So what's your last name?" And Polly goes, "Well, it's Chanterelle. Why did you ask?" And then that's when she realizes that Polly is actually Ernest's younger brother. And they go on to have a very successful career fighting crime.
Aww.
The Chanterelle.
That is cute. That is cute.
Polly Chanterelle.
Yeah.
Love
And he gets
that.
really good with a sawed-off shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never forget that day you fought vampires and yeah.
Tried to take out people from a distance with a sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah. Had no choice.
All right.
Katie,
I definitely see lots of vampire hunting in their future. I think the Sturge would probably take the sheriff and Polly Chanterelle and teach them how to kill vampires
you
in the
went
Wild
from
West.
ranch hands to vampire hunters.
There you
Maybe,
go.
I mean, this doesn't have to be this. Sturge could be like Dread Pirate Roberts, who he passes along his title of Sturge.
His sweatband of Surge.
That's right.
He
That's
could
right.
just be lost in time. His
Yeah.
time, putting him in different situations in which he has to sturge his way through.
Oh, it's a verb.
It's a verb. A noun.
Okay, so Gertie, is pretty hurt at this point, but then,
Gertie's
like
hurting.
Jared said, that night after Polly and Gertie bond because as he helps her up, also after this moment, a bunch of her guns go off and she gets shot a couple more times in non-severe areas, leg, arm, to the point where she's banged up for a minute.
Between
She's
his
Swiss cheese.
forefinger and thumb.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just annoying wounds, a lot of grazed
Right.
wounds, but
So
yeah.
many grazings.
Upped her number of times being shot by herself quite a bit. Has to take a little time off, and Willie, she writes a law that he's going to become interim sheriff while she heals up, and Willie the drunk becomes the interim sheriff as Gertie goes out to heal up and then fight crime with Polly. And she also, once Pearl recovers, gives her also that opportunity for a promotion, basically.
Oh, nice.
So
Wait,
Pearl,
so Willie gets promoted to sheriff before Pearl?
well, Pearl was pretty shook up from the whole Cuuper situation.
Yeah.
Willie
and
saved the
not-
town.
She's got to be traumatized at this point.
So basically, what she's gonna do is Willie's feeling this moment of Willie goes through a cycle, and Gertie knows this. Willie's gonna feel good for about a month, and then he's gonna go down a spiral again, and then right back up in the jail cell where he's most comfortable. So she gives him a month when he's gonna be real responsible to take care of things, and then she basically tells Pearl, "I'm gonna hit the road. I'm gonna be the on the road sheriff, and you're gonna hold down the fort here."
You keep Willie around because every
Yeah.
now and then he's going to have some up times, and you
Yeah.
really need him for
And
those.
you really need a.
But he's interim sheriff because he's the one who's like, okay, after this all happened, he's feeling good.
Friendly Undead Mage says that Sturge is actually the human form of Nonezeron. The Chrono Dragon.
So basically, Sturge is the sheriff for a
Ron
second.
makes sense now.
Known as Ron. That's right. Jessica or Ron?
I rolled a 13 black, so that's awesome, insanely great. You will emerge not only unscathed, but if there's a guy involved, he's dropping his drawers. You might even get rich off this caper. Who knows? Time for a new ride. So, Pearl is a sucker for feeling important, so she takes that sheriff's role after a month, but she all of this attention that she's getting from the town, all the townsfolk saying, "Yeah, you should be sheriff, you should be sheriff." Pearl decides, you know what? It's time I get out of this town that's been desecrated with the exploded bodies of my entire family. It's time I set out and try to become the sheriff of a new town.
We still find pieces of those 32 people every now and then.
Yeah, caught up in the trees.
Oh my god.
The animals keep getting them in their mouths.
Terrible.
Coyotes bringing them in.
I found one in the kitchen. I don't even know how I got there.
I mean,
And,
I pulled one out of
Gertie-
my gutters yesterday.
Gertie writes Pearl an excellent letter of recommendation and does not mention sticky fingers at all.
Oh.
What?
She'll be known as Dry Thumbs from now on.
Only regular sticky fingers.
Oh gosh! All right.
So I rolled 10 black, which is 9 black, which is nothing to write home about. Back to where you started, maybe sore and broke, just like yesterday and tomorrow. You probably learned something though, like how to do it right next time. Good old Sturge, you know.
I was gonna say this is for Sturge, right?
I think that's pretty clear for Sturge, right? Back to where he started, lost in time, drinking his way through it somehow, you know, waiting for his time to end. But you know what? At least he can do a good thing now and again. So he's a bit sore from all the drinking that he does. He's gonna swear it off. That will last at least a month, and he's broke. But now he's got this opportunity to maybe do some good in his life. On being a deputy and maybe even one day being a sheriff. And it is a month later when he just starts to get back into his cups that Sturge disappears.
Oh.
He's faced a Sasquatch. He's faced a vampire.
So now there's no
So-
sheriff in town.
Next time.
I replaced myself twice, and they both left.
Can't keep.
Nobody
good
wants
around
to
here.
say unjust anymore.
Well,
This is not a good town.
luckily I make the laws, so I can make some rules about this.
So there are no Coopers left.
No, there's
Only
none.
Pearl Cuuper.
Only-
Oh wait, no,
Pearl.
Pearl,
Only
and Pearl
Pearl.
left.
She's leaving
Pearl
town.
leaves.
Well,
Still,
And so they named it Cooperstown in honor
so that no one would ever
Pearl
forget
survived.
what happens when there's too many Coopers.
Uh-huh.
Coopers in one town.
It's called Just Cuuper.
Just
Just Cuuper.
just
Just
Cooper.
Cooper.
too many Coopers? No.
It's the West.
I didn't fit on the
baby.
sign.
Just.
Credits roll.
I like Just Justice also, but yes, we'll go. Woo!
That was great.
That has been our Fiasco game.
There's
Yay.
definitely some credits at the very end that are like, no animals were harmed in the making of this movie.
Definitely not.
Horses were actually stolen. Please don't steal horses.
We did not
Please don't
blow
steal
up
horses.
pigs. We did not steal horses.
We did our best not to harm actual humans.
Vampires were totally killed.
Yeah.
Vampires did die.
2 vampires were murdered.
For sure, for sure.
No
But
one
yeah,
died here.
and as is one of our new traditions, at the end of every episode, we have our lovely high tier supporters on our Patreon.
Yay.
Yes, who are amazing supporters of the show. Everyone on our Patreon is supporters of the show. But Ron and Jared, if you thought you was going to get out of it this week, you are not,
No way.
my friends. So the
50-50?
time that it's a 50-50. I have a fate coin or soul coin here from D&D. So I think we're gonna flip it because do you both have the list? It is the time
Do you have the
Yeah,
list?
sure.
Do we
for
know
the
what we're
reading
doing?
of the names.
The reading of the names.
Okay.
He's gonna tell you once he fits
Oh,
who.
okay. Who's decided?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So we'll say heads Ron, tails Jared.
Sure.
Fair? Okay, here we go. That's tails. That's Mr. K-Jack.
All right.
Jared.
All right. And
What's-
I have also pulled a couple terrific suggestions from our patrons. Jeff reached out and got some really great suggestions from patrons and styles of reading the names. So for tonight, Mr. Jared K-Jack, in the reading of the names,
Mm-hmm.
for a team force of good from Bilbo Craggins, we would like you to read them in the style of as if you were writing in a high school yearbook.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Yearbook. Okay.
And for the team force of evil from Sam, that's right, Lord Araban.
From
Oh,
Lord
boy.
Airband?
No, you're going to do them in the style of Lord Araban.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes,
So ready.
hit it.
Greetings, adventurers. It's so good to have you here.
Is this the
evening.
evil one?
This is Team Force of Evil, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Does this sound like a yearbook to you?
I was homeschooled.
Hi, Lord Araban. We miss you so much.
I've been missing you too, James. How are you? You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Almost as fabulous as Changebox. Have you ever met him? He likes to wear
Other way
gold
around?
and
Is that
purple.
right? No, that's right. Forward for you.
He's got it.
Just Changebox. Don't question me. That's it. You have been removed from the ASSSSSS party list, Ron. You're no longer invited. No longer invited. But you know who is invited? Down to Clown. And J-Rock, and Gorbin Played, and Ouroboros 43. I was thinking about inviting the Carson, but then I thought, well, he's just, so dirty and so angry all of the time. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to put him on the maybe list. And then there's Fernando the Jackal, who was trying to steal my gold one day, and I went into his mind and completely melted it into a puddle of goo.
Oh, no.
And then Forest Elf 86 started to yammer away at me. You can't do that. You can't burn Fernando the Jackal's brain and turn it into a pile of goo. And I decided to eat her brain. And I gobbled it up with a nice Chianti and some fava beans. And the Chianti and the fava beans made me vomit all over the place. And it's funny because when I looked down at the ground, I saw something in the little bits. And it spelled out something that gave me this premonition that decided, you know what? I don't think the adventurers, the heroes of Bingle, are going to do very good in Allswatch. No, I don't. Because Shiny 8-Bit Boo said, no, they're not. And that's the team force of evil.
Well
Hey.
done. Well
I would
done.
like Jared to do Lord Araban.
Yeah.
because Lord Araban just did his job for him.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Well done.
All right, so yearbook. Okay, yearbook.
It's that awkward last day.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, Jared, could you?
Yeah.
I know we never really talked much. Could we?
Yeah, I just want you to know, Armando 89, that I want you to have the best summer ever, okay? And I know we got drunk that one night with Hadrian X and Wilbro Jr., and we may have done some things that we might regret. But when we end up in college with Eric Shields and Finn Durrell, I just want us all to start over. I don't want us to remember anything about high school. High school was a really dark time for me. And I want to, squiggly, smiley face, doodle smear on the corner of your thing. I want you to know that even though I might have kissed IR Mukau, I want you to know, Armando 89, that you're always going to be that special someone to me. And there's one more thing. When we were in gym class and Dyson Capes pantsed me, I want you to know that I don't care if you saw my junk. My junk needs to be seen by the world, I feel. I think I'm going to be a nudist. I was talking to the Gold family about that, and I thought, let's just be free. Let's live like we're hippies or something. Oh, and Just Jules was trying to tell me that, in our freshman year when we were all flunking algebra, he was trying to really uplift my spirits. And she said, you know what? If you try hard enough and you care and you think that you can achieve anything, you can be the next Monique. That's right. The next Monique or the next Dungeon Run Yay. and let's not forget Breba. Let's not forget Breba's brave words when he was out there on that mat trying to wrestle that other gentleman to the ground in their tight spandex. I don't know why this is getting sexual, but it is. It's late at night, so there you go. It's high school, hormones.
Yeah.
When I saw Breba rubbing up against that other guy, and I thought he was for sure gonna get tapped out. Well, he said, I'm not done yet. And he wasn't. He pinned that guy, and he went on to be the state championship. So you remember that. And let's not forget Cold Candor and Bob Harris. They're the ones that were voted most likely to succeed. I want you to know you're the most likely to succeed in my book. You are.
Wow.
Wow.
That
I would love Jared to sign my yearbook.
That was a journey.
Yeah.
Really was.
I don't know where that was going.
I mean,
I went down a dark Nosferatu-like path at one point. But
It's Nosferatu High School.
I think I pulled it back.
You nailed it.
I kept it in the PG-13 category.
Oh my goodness.
I appreciate your comedy, Jared.
That was
Thank
brilliant.
you.
That was so
Thank you.
good.
Thank you everyone for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Mwah.
We love you so much. We'll have more schedule updates soon if anything else has
Watch the
changed
socials.
on our socials. And I hope you have
Socials.
socials. Next one is going to be a surfer movie.
We are going to do another classic episode. Is going to be released on our new YouTube tomorrow. Classic episodes. What are we? 10 years old? It's feels feels weird.
Back in the day.
Back in 2019.
Well, and 2019 does seem like an eon ago. That's for sure.
Very true.
Yeah, we'll put episode 2. It won't be a premiere, but we'll put episode 2 up tomorrow.
And this will go up Friday morning.
Drelius just said that they signed up for the Patreon. Thank you so much. If you like our show, if you want to support us, that is the best way to do so. We love your cheers and your subs. It means everything to us. The Patreon is where you can unlock the custom content that we're talking about. So head on over there. And that's command Patreon for that link.
And we see all of your love for Jeff and his family. We'll absolutely be passing it along.
Yeah.
It's so greatly appreciated. And we'll be here, everybody. So keep tabs on everything. Ron, a painting stream coming on Sunday. We don't have the time on that yet, but we'll announce that shortly. And
we love you too.
More awesome stuff coming. We love you all.
Love you.
We're gonna send
we need to say it together because I'm not gonna say it.
Before we say it, I do want to say we are gonna go ahead and raid Perception Studio on our way out. They are doing a puppet RPG right now. It looks so fun.
Amazing.
Gosh.
Give them a hello from the Dungeon Run, a dungeon raid, you might say. All right, that was my spiel.
Well
I loved
done,
your
Jessica.
spiel.
Thank you, Twitch Goddess.
We could call it a surprise round. I love that.
And it is intended for mature audiences, so if you're watching with your kiddos, just be aware of that.
Cover their eyes and their ears.
But have a happy rest of your week, and we'll see you real soon, everybody.
Humankind!
Humankind!
People!